Hi, everyone. This is DJ Honeyflow. Welcome, Facebook and YouTube. I'm really excited. This is the second panel I've done, you guys, this month. We got 4 panels of women, close to 40 women, so much work, but it's been really, really great meeting so many women in this industry. I've watched all their shows, you guys. They do amazing shows. I want everyone to add them in the room and follow them. They're so unique and beautiful in their own way. Just the talents and different things that they showcase. If I had half of their skill, I would definitely be entering in every battle competition, especially being a woman, as possible. So some of the ladies that I want to share with you that are coming on my panel are Inch High 73. She's from the UK, definitely killing it, doing a great show. She's also on Mixcloud. She always brings laughter and jokes and great music. She's got the best British accent. We got DJ 5150 Steph from LA as well. She does it so seamlessly on the turntables. She's just a natural at what she does, and you could tell, she knows what she's doing. Definitely DJing. Someone I could definitely learn from. DJCHYCH kills it. She's also from Toronto. She's the only one that has an amazing sneaker collection, of course, online that's very unique. LABELLATINA, I love watching her. She just, has a natural flair and just dances and is free to be herself, which I love watching when I see her sets, in her living room as well. And she can rock some crazy tattoos. I'm like, man, that girl has like an amazing sleeve too of tattoos that I've seen. DJ Jackie Beats, of course, she does a show with her father, which is amazing. You could tell she's been practicing for a while. She does such a great show as well. So definitely add her. We got TOSHABYSTARR. She is actually the non-DJ on this panel. She does an amazing painting show. It's very unique, her painting and what she does. So definitely add her. We got DJDINOVIBEZ. That's killing it out of San Diego. Of course, TOSHABYSTARR is from Connecticut. And Jackie Beats is from LA as well. LABELLATINA from LA. And TOSHABYSTARR from Connecticut with her painting show. We got DJDINOVIBEZ from San Diego. She always brings the party. She's always the life of the party and is killing it on Twitch. And last but not least, we got LADEEGEE from North Carolina. Just interviewed her. She's in her 60s, guys. What an inspiration to me and to anyone to say, hey, you can do this at any age. If you have a passion for music, then just try it. And she's also killing it too. So I'm going to stop talking, bring in these lovely ladies. They could introduce themselves to you guys and make sure you're following them as well. Let's see. I'm going to see if I could bring them in. Actually, I'm going to bring them all in, making sure I don't miss anyone. Okay. Do I have everyone? I'm just looking here, making sure I'm not missing anyone backstage, because I think the last time I missed a bunch of people backstage. Okay, perfect. I think I got everyone. Okay, perfect. So Tasha, why don't you introduce, we'll go in order. Why don't you introduce yourself, what you do on Twitch as well?
Hi, Honeyflow. Hi, everybody. My name is TOSHABYSTARR. I do a painting stream on Twitch. We talk about stuff. I talk about my day. I talk about my life as a single mom. I'm also big on talking about mental health. So I'm very transparent about my struggles with mental health. And I just try to encourage people to just be their best. And we crack a lot of jokes.
Awesome. Love that. And you guys have to listen to Tasha's story. I'm telling you, like, her story is honestly incredible. And I love her honesty in her story too. So you guys have to go to her show. It's absolutely beautiful, and she's a beautiful person. So make sure you guys support her. All right, we got 5150 clip fan. Jackie Beats always brings the life of the party.
Hello. Thank you, Honeyflow, for inviting me. My name is 5150 Clip Fan Jackie Beats. I stream alongside with me and my father. We DJ. We're having a great time, listening to music, chatting it up. just hanging out and just enjoying the music.
All right, awesome. Thank you. We got also DJ 5150. She's so laid back and cool, man. I wish that she just like calm, cool, and collective. You can introduce yourself.
LABELLATINA would probably disagree. She's like, "Oh, that girl ain't calm." No. But yeah, thank you. My name is DJ 5150 Steph. The 5150 is, I like to do a lot of, I like to flip things on a good tip. So we're flipping that crazy to a good crazy. I'm crazy for life, crazy for music. What's your crazy? So that's what my 5150 stands for. I do stream on Twitch Monday through Wednesday, 8 p.m. PST, and I do a lot of pop-ups. Seems like I stream about 5 times a week. I am an open format DJ. A lot of my background music has come from real hip hop, OG hip hop. I started off as a scratcher and did 20 years in the house first, raised the kids, been a wife, and then picked up my blends. And Twitch is a great platform for me for just building new community and being me and just giving my vibes. And I love bringing new music out there for the audience to enjoy. And then
Awesome.
There's more things, but we'll get to that later.
All right. Awesome. Love that. And I just want to say thank you so much, DJ Jen, for the resub. Appreciate you. Speaking of DJ Jen, you guys, she was the powerhouse that have helped me with, say questions or larger panels. She's also a teacher and a graphic designer. Make sure you're adding her. But the Rising Queen is actually her brand, not my brand. I'm just showcasing it like this month for her because we've all decided, hey, let's try to collaborate together. Just so there's no confusion, it's definitely her brand, Rising Queens. So she's always showcased a lot of females on Twitch. So if you're interested, definitely hit her up, to stream and do different things. Let's see here. And thank you guys, everyone, for joining me in the chat. I see you as well. But since we have a large panel, I'm probably going to focus on them. So we got DJ DINOVIBEZ up next from San Diego too.
What's up, everybody? I'm a variety streamer from San Diego. I have done some video game streams, but I mainly stream music. I started off DJing a lot of dubstep, a lot of EDM, and now I play pretty much everything. So yeah.
All right, awesome. And she's also killing it on Twitch. And you got a laid back demeanor too. I definitely love that about you. Okay, we got Bellantini as well.
Hi guys. I'm LABELLATINA. I am an entertainment director, joy cultivator, and casting director. And I came into DJing 6 years ago, and that seems to be my thing right now too. So in this current life stage, I've had like six or seven lives in my lifetime. So this is currently what I'm doing right now, and I'm really loving this part of it for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Oh, wow. Shoot. I'm looking at another computer here. Looks like we just got a hype train, you guys. Thank you so much. We got People hate when I use the echo. But Streds, I appreciate you. We call him Stred Muffin. Thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate you. We got this Twitch. Oh, this Twitch witch slaps. I hoping you're not slapping anyone, but thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate you. Oh, 51. What the heck? 5150 clip fan Jackie Beats. Oh my gosh, you're on my show. But thank you so much for the bits. Jangis, what the heck is going on here? You guys, we haven't even started the show yet. Jangis. Man, Jangis for the bits, 1,000 bits. Whoa.
Wow.
You just paid for my jerk chicken later on and rice and peas. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to level. Wow, we're on level 2, you guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. Lady G, you guys are my guests in my house here. Seriously. Thank you, Lady G. I appreciate that for those bits.
You're welcome.
And speaking of Lady G, we're gonna move on to her as well.
Okay, well, my name is Lady G. Thank you so much once again, DJ Honeyflow, for having me on your show. I do appreciate that. I'm from a town called Durham, North Carolina. It is the South, so you may hear my Southern drawl. Probably the oldest one on the panel here today. I'll be 63 come November the 10th. Looking forward to seeing that birthday also. Thank you so much. And I've been on Twitch for maybe 4 years, but actually streaming about 3 years, I would say. So I'm still a new DJ to this. I love music. This is why I started this thing. And, I'm just going to see where it takes me. So thanks again. And it's good to meet all of you ladies. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, and I would say
Yeah.
the youngest looking one on the panel, 63, you guys. That's freaking amazing. I always tell her, like, is she like getting ready for a date, like all dressed up and everything? But I think she's my inspiration. Like, I think she's got more energy than I do. 63 years old, right? And even Bright Eye Sunflower, she's going to be on my next panel. You guys got to catch her. She does splits and she does handstands, and she's 60 years old in the Netherlands, and she does handstands on her wall, like to soca music. Like, she literally has her legs up on the wall. Not what you think. Not
I've seen her. I've seen her.
Yeah, but kind of what you think. Kind of what you think, but not what you think. But like, she literally does upside down handstands with her legs on the wall, and she's freaking 60. And I can't even do a cartwheel. Like, I'm huffing and puffing after an hour set, so you guys are definitely my inspiration, Lady G and Bright Eye too. So keep going as well. Yeah. And okay, so we got, of course, the one and only Inch High 73.
Hello. So nice to be here. So yeah, my name is Inch High 73. Started my Twitch journey around 3 or 4 years ago, probably the same as you guys. First and foremost, I always consider myself a selector and a record collector more than a DJ. So I love music. That's my passion. I've been collecting records since I was about 8 years old. Jen. So yeah, really good to meet you guys, and I'm really looking forward to today. The only lady I know is Lady G, Superwoman. So nice to see you again, Lady G. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and she's got the best British accent, you guys. Whew, as well. So the best voice. Now, you also said, Inch High, that you were part of, was it some collective or some group out there that you mentioned? You mentioned a long time ago to me.
Yes, I'm part of Wax Nerds, but that really isn't going on anymore. It's not that active. I'm part of Homestyle Music Group. And I also run my own shows on Mixcloud on Tuesday. We call that Tuesday Tunes. So that's my own crew.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. This Twitch witch slaps again for the bits. Wow. Thank you guys. Level 2, appreciate you. And last but not least, we got someone in my neighborhood that I hope to meet someday. Why don't you mention what you do, DJCHYCH?
Hi, I go by the name DJCHYCH. I just started streaming when COVID was near the end. Mostly just playing R&B and hip hop. A little bit of dancehall if I have to.
Yeah. Now, why don't you also mention, because you got quite the sneaker collection too.
Yes, I collect Air Max 90s. So I always try to have a pair on my stream when I'm streaming. Recycled, of course, but
yeah, that's so dope. You guys got to see her sneaker collection, you guys. She's like Anita Dawn. Anita Dawn's got like 2 or 3 rooms filled with like over 500. I don't know if it's 1,000 sneakers. It's a lot of sneakers. So yeah, it's pretty dope. All right. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you. Feel free to host, you guys. It is International Women's Month. So I have a few questions for these ladies surrounding especially around women. And don't worry, fellas, I haven't left you out. I know they're going to call me and be like, Honey Flo, what about us? I'm going to be doing a men's panel in a couple months as well. But since it's International Women's Month, I really want to showcase as many women as I can. That's my heart. That's my mission. And, and for us to support each other more and collaborate more with each other. Collaboration over competition, that's what we need to, I think, also learn as women. So the first question I have, you know, and we'll kind of go in order. And if you don't have anything to say, you could just say pass or it's okay. You know, I'll move on to the next. But my first question I have is, were there any women that you looked up to or that inspired you? And if so, what stood out to you about them? We could start with Tasha, and we'll just kind of go in order too.
There's a lot of women. I would have to say Oprah is definitely one of them. I watched her a lot in daycare growing up, and it's amazing the things that she has accomplished, and her brand, what she's done with her brand, and that she didn't really hit a lot of those marks in her 20s. You know, she hit them as her life progressed. So I think that's something that I think about.
Yeah, no, that's very, very true. Yeah, and she hit them a lot later on in life, right? Yeah, so true. What about you, Jackie Beats?
The women that inspired me the most have to be my mom and her sisters, my aunts. They're very, you know, very independent, very strong. They all went to college, all had their families, and they did it. And so they inspired me a lot. In the DJ community, it's DJ Irene. She was one of the first DJs that I got to really see, the first real woman DJ. And just she inspired me to, you know, it's okay to be a woman in the DJ community. And that's where I stand on that.
Awesome. Yeah, and I love, there's so many great women. Pam the Functress, bless her soul, like rest in peace. You know, she inspired me so hugely. You know, like 20 years ago, seeing my mouth was down to the ground because I never saw a female that can like do what she did, and DJ Shorty and all these beautiful, amazing women killing it. I'm like, oh, it kind of gave you an opportunity to think, hey, maybe I could try doing, maybe I can't do what they're doing, but maybe I could at least try, right? So yeah, they're definitely my inspirations. What about you, DJ 5150, Steph?
First, I got to give it up to my mother. She's a pioneer in a lot of things, and I am a lot of what I am today because of my mom. But I'm inspired by so many women that basically have have the desire and gusto to and hustle to do the things that they want to do. And there's just so many women, so many talented women in this world that I can't really pick one, but one that's in my life and one that I've really been inspired by for the last 3 years is my amiga in the chat right here, LABELLATINA. And so, oh my God, I'm going to tear up. I'm going to tear up. So,
no, that's okay.
Shit. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
No, do it. We're all about the Tears on the Honey Flow show. You know, they call me the Barbara Walters of
great energy. I love her energy.
Aw, that's awesome.
Inspiring. I don't want to cry.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
But we've worked a lot together, and I just love her passion. She's very passionate, and she's inspired me in a lot of ways. Maybe she doesn't know. And it's great. And so she helps keep the fire going with me, which is nice. And it's great to have people that have the same hustle, and you don't have to drag them, and that they, I don't know. I'm like, Isabel is a great inspiration for me, though. But yes, all the women in general that really are just trying to do them and what they want to do is what's really awesome. And we should always embrace everybody and inspire, support people, because we are all individuals that have things to bring out to this world. And we have so many talents. So not keep them inside. Let's share them and inspire others to do so. So people that inspire others, I love it. And inspire you to do your originality, your own self. And don't worry about what other people think. I love that.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, that's so beautiful. And everyone in the chat is really touched by what you said. I am too. You're gonna make me tear up. And I was
I didn't think I was gonna cry. Hell.
No, but hey, that's okay, man. That's I feel like that is being truly authentic, and I think that is really, really beautiful when people are like that, you know. And Sunshine says, yeah, I can feel the passion. Bounce is giving you some hearts in the chat. It's just a flood of messages. Clip fan Jackie Beat says LABELLATINA is such a good person. This girl Xtina says this is love. You know, I didn't really want to post too many comments because it makes you guys smaller, and I wish you guys were a lot larger right now. Jen's like, oh, that's love. You know, DJ Neek 10 says, hey, that, you know, it's beautiful too. So yeah, a lot of great comments going up, and I love that. And we got DJ Dino vibes too. So who were some women that inspired you, and what stood out about them to you?
I think my biggest inspiration, like music wise, came from the DJ group Cruella. It was a trio at one point. It was 2 females and a male, and then the male DJ dropped off, and it was just the 2 of them. And they still do music to this day. But my best friend and I, rest in peace to him, we used to listen to them all the time growing up, and just seeing them absolutely kill it in the EDM scene when there wasn't a lot of female DJs and producers, I think really inspired me to just, you know, stick with music.
Love that. That's amazing. And LABELLATINA.
I was trying not to chime in earlier. I'm like, oh, come on. But thank you so much, Steph. I mean, what's really been awesome about what I'm doing or what I do, what I really enjoy about it is my is being able to attract, like I stay focused on myself all the time. Like I consider myself an extremely selfish person. I focus on myself first and foremost always. And I make sure that I take care of myself in any space before anyone. And as a result, I've attracted so many incredible people, Steph being one of them. And I know I'm out here, I'm busy, I'm booked, and I'm always booking and doing a lot of other things outside of the DJ circle too. But having someone like Steph, you know, like having like the last year, really, honestly, it's like having her come in and just like almost be like another me. I hate to sound like, again, so narcissistic about it, but having like another person who's also passionate about it, who's like eager, who's like not about the ego, who's actively, you know, trying to better herself and find a new voice, and maybe just like a different voice, you know, or like anytime I could be in a space where someone's in that process, it always makes me feel like I'm in the right place. And it just confirms to me. So I didn't expect to be crying this morning either. But Steph, like honestly, you're one of the most amazing people too. So I'm really grateful to have us, you know, to have a friendship with you, really, honestly. So I had to make sure I get that out of the way before I say who else inspires me. But man, I'm always crying too, which Twitch slaps. But the people that have inspired me, the women that have inspired me, I mean, aside from like, of course, my mother, my grandparents, and my aunts and all that, they obviously, I could talk for days about like what they've done and what they've provided me as a resource to be able to, you know, do what I'm doing now. But I think really the people that inspired me the most are the women who were just trailblazers, who did things, you know, who kind of go outside of, I know we always talk about like being a woman in the industry and what that does and the lack of resources and maybe opportunities that we get. And I know that that is indeed a fact. That happens, that is the case, but I don't spend any time in that. Like, of course I'm a woman, of course I'm Latina, of course, you know, this is a male dominated industry, but I've been killing it in male dominated industries my whole life. And it's because anyone that wants to talk to me about anything that I'm less than doesn't usually doesn't stay around me very long. You know what I mean? I kind of remove myself from situations in which don't really benefit me. And that includes being around people who think that women are less than. I personally think that we should be worshipped at every step that we go. And so I expect nothing less than that kind of behavior when I'm around. And so as a result, I surround myself with really amazing people. So I feel like women who are out there just doing their thing without having to anchor to like, well, men do this, so therefore I do. Like, I exist without any man. That's kind of the way I roll. So the women that have inspired me, I think people like Blondie. I think of women like I don't know. I think of like the women that really like did like some things, like innovative things, like and that kind of stepped outside of what is normal for women to do. You know, I think I consider myself one of those women, and so that's who I'm inspired by. I try to emulate people like that. I've had people in my career as a casting director and as a, that have touched me. So many women that have been real powerful women producers that are not famous, that are not celebrities, that are killing the game and making money and making differences in their communities, and no one knows them, and those are the women that inspire me.
Wow. I love that answer. As I heard you talk, I'm like, man, you should really do some workshops or some different things on motivation, like especially for women too, or maybe giving them confidence in the industry, because it could be a tough, let's face it, entertainment and even streaming can be a tough industry. I'm sure we've all faced some challenges, which we're going to definitely get into. But just listening to you speak, I'm like, I feel like you have that natural gift to do that.
Thanks. I actually have that coming up. That's something that you're literally the fourth person to say this to me within the last couple of weeks. And as of last week, I actually was like, man, 3 people have just said this to me. I should probably do this. And so I started putting pieces together to get it going. I'm going to do a couple local ones here with my girlfriend, Noelle at Mi Vida, and collaborate with like Nativo, the restaurant. So I will be doing kind of like a workshop where I will open myself up and just kind of be like, what do I do that you like? Let me show you how to do it. It's not really that hard. I think it's just about moving. It's just process. Everything is just little steps. But I will gladly show you everything I know. I will give you everything I have, and I hope that everyone can use those tools to be more successful. I don't believe that we all need to be struggling to make it happen. Anyone that says that could stay as far away from me as possible.
Yeah, no, that's confirmation. This is what I love about her. I just feel like she keeps it 100. She's who she is, and I've noticed that on her shows, which is awesome. I just want to say thank you so much. Wow, Rob Allen. Oh my goodness, 1,000 bits. Wow, thank you. I missed that. That was like 8 minutes ago. I'm sorry, Allen. Hopefully you're still here, Rob Allen. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And now I'm getting 2 jerk dinners, rice and peas. Thank you. Thank you very much. After the show, I appreciate. Maybe I'll get dessert. You just got me dessert. Thank you. Okay, so we got LADEEGee as well from North Carolina.
Right. So I'm going to give a different type of answer because, I kind of go off script and I had to really think about this question. So I'm going to say that I'm inspired by myself. Okay. I'm inspired by myself. I've gone through a lot. I've done a lot of things. I've hit some stumbling blocks, but I've always been able to come out of it, by the energy that I have. So I'm inspired that I can do anything that I can set my mind to doing. And so could anyone, as long as you set your mind to it, you love it, you have the strength to do it, you can do it. Now, the other part of my answer is going to be, I have like 2 or 3 parts. As far as Twitch, I would say my very first mod, her name is Sunshine Blesses Me. She's in the stream today. She was with me when it was just me and her when I went live, and that was kind of a different thing going on there. But after getting to know her, I would say that she inspires me to keep going. Sometimes when I doubt myself, sometimes you need that friend, in your pocket that sees things that you can't see sometimes. Sometimes I can't see, but I want to say thank you to her for standing with me, being a listening ear, and You know, she's always been in my corner, cheering me on when I didn't feel like I was doing all that great. Sometimes, sometimes I really wasn't, because I'm still kind of new at this, y'all. But also another friend that I met here on Twitch is AK. She taught me some things that I need to know about DJing. So with her help, I decided to go ahead and take an extra step to learn to do what I needed to do. So so I do thank her for that part. And I like Chanel B, because I love her energy. She seems to be like a go-getter type person, and she's very friendly. So I love her to death. And I would say DJ Classics. I also followed her when I first got on Twitch. Now I could see that she was a little older, and I was like, well, you know what? I think I could do that, So I could see some older DJs, not all males, some were women, and I felt like I could do it too. So yeah, that's who I admire, and yeah, but I admire myself for coming this far with what I'm doing today. So
Yeah, I love that answer. I don't think
yeah,
anyone, I don't think I've ever heard that answer, which I love. Like, I love
yeah,
that. And I feel like you can give a lot of wisdom, especially to a lot of younger women as well. Like if you guys listen to Lady G's story, I want you guys to catch my replay. I did a talk show with her a little while ago, and her story is incredible. Like, definitely a true survivor and really cares for other people. And, her story was very touching too when she opened up with it. So definitely check that replay, Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. We got also CHYCH up next too.
Hi, it's funny listening to the ladies, because what LABELLATINA said was spot on for me as well. And it does come across narcissistic, but you have to put yourself first. So, and what Lady G was saying about herself being an inspiration, and I'm learning from myself all the time as well. And it's just constant growth. And yeah, I can't really say any more than that. My musical person would be someone like Tina Turner, who went through so much. And she's just an amazing woman. And then in terms of Twitch, yourself, Honey Flo, your humanitarian side and the things that you've done and what you've achieved on Twitch has been quite amazing, to be honest. You've really been an inspiration to me. The human trafficking, the things that you do around womanhood and sisterhood, and that goes for you as well, Jen, because I think you are really a lady who represents ladies from the heart. So I think you two are fantastic. And another person I want to shout out is Luscious. Luscious is a very busy mod on Twitch, and I know she's also been through a lot of adversity, and she's such a great person. So she's probably not listening because she's been to a big festival at the weekend, but I'll get her to replay this and make sure she hears her shout out. So yeah, thank you very much to yourself and Jen. And now I have a new inspiration, Lady G.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate.
thank you.
Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for those words. I really do appreciate those. Mean a lot.
Thank you.
And I was going to say, last but not least, we got DJCHYCH as well.
Other than my mom, I think Marilyn Monroe was probably my biggest someone that inspired me, just because she was kind of like the first blonde female to do a lot in the music industry, and I think she really empowered women, and I think a lot of women looked up to her. So she was probably my biggest inspiration.
Ooh, that's interesting. I like that answer. It's definitely different. Love that. Now, the second question I have is, and I really want to actually showcase what you guys were working on, because I know the first panel, we had a lot of questions surrounding women, but I also want people to know what you guys are kind of working on, because everyone does everyone works hard at their show. every show I've seen all these women on these panels, you know, and they really do incredible shows. They're all unique. Every single woman on this panel is so different, which I love. Like I said, different cultures, different countries, different perspectives. And so make sure you guys are all adding them. Hopefully it's coming up in my chat, guys. Just let me know if it is or if it isn't. And you should be seeing their details in the chat. Actually, I think I have a banner here too. There we go. So make sure that you guys add them. So the next question I had is, what projects or passions are you currently working on as well? So we'll start with Tasha again.
I just want to continue to stream and just because I talk a lot about mental health awareness in my stream. I'm a grieving mother. As next month will make 4 years. So that has been a lot of the driving force behind me putting myself out there with streaming and getting back into art and talking about my struggles with grief and trying to be as transparent as I can within safe boundaries within streaming about my struggles with depression and grief, because I know there's a lot of people who are struggling and don't really talk about their experiences, and I kind of want to be like somewhat of an example that it's okay to go get counseling. It's okay to admit that you're not feeling your best. It's okay to admit that you, even if you're just admitting it to yourself, that you're struggling with something and that you're not alone in that. So what I plan to do with my stream, we just started because I not only paint, I like to write. As a matter of fact, tonight I'm going to be in a writing workshop with this gallery that I work with in my town. But I've started my own writing club on Discord called the Star Scribes. So I'm starting this thing where every week we do 5-minute writing prompts, and then maybe we'll try to do like some type of monthly meetup because everybody's in different time zones. We've also talked about doing some type, because I'm not a like a therapist, but I go to therapy, like I do a lot of therapy. So, but I want to help people through art. So I thought maybe I could do some type of art class that deals with healing. So there's things that I want to do with the stream that I'm working on. I'm also dealing with a lot of health issues as a result of my grief. So that's something that not a lot of people are aware of. When you're hurting really bad, it affects you in so many different ways. So aside from just trying to, what's funny is I do deal with, like, you know, like I'm sad, obviously, but I deal with it through humor. So a lot of the stargazers know, like, I'm a clown. I'm a clown, and I'm trying to be on my best behavior right now. But I like to make people laugh. I like to see people laugh, and I've been coping through laughter. So that's what I want to do. Just keep making people laugh.
Yeah, and you guys, for all you guys that don't know, like, I know she talks about it a lot on her show. She lost her son. How old was he as well?
He was 6. He died in the height of lockdown and the pandemic. Nothing to do with COVID. He just caught a really freak infection. He wound up on life support. And, you know, I'm still a mom. I have a 21-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old daughter. Can you believe that? So they've also been part of why I keep going, but it's been a real struggle for me.
Yeah, that's why I feel like her show is, like, incredibly beautiful, and she's hilarious, you guys. She'll break out in, what is it, like a Jersey? I don't want to say New York or compared to Jersey,
Oh,
or
I'm from the
is it
Bronx, so
Jersey? Oh, the
yeah,
Bronx. That's it. She'll break
I
out.
live in Connecticut, but I'm a Bronx girl, so you'll hear me talk very Bronx sometimes. The Stargazers, they love my Bronx accent. So
Yeah, I love her Bronx accent. She kills it, but she's hilarious, guys. So definitely
thank
add her.
you.
But the show's beautiful. Like, she'll just talk. She's very good at connecting with people in the chat, and she'll just do these beautiful paintings that are just so like specific, like how she does her art. I'm like, wow, like this is really, I could barely draw a happy face. Like her drawings are unbelievable, you know? And I think she's just got a unique, beautiful show. So definitely add TOSHABYSTARR, you guys, or Tasha Star. Definitely add her. Uh, Definitely a worthwhile show to check out. I'm trying to
Thank
fix
you.
something so I get it running through the chat, all of you guys, so everyone can add you. But the link is below the banner of their names as well, and their names are all listed. So make sure you guys add and support on Twitch. Thanks for sharing. And it takes courage. It takes boldness and courage to share. Grief is so tough. It's the toughest thing I've ever had to endure in my life. But like, for you to actually step out and speak, you're helping so many people. You may not even realize half of the people you're helping. You helped me. You helped me when you shared your story, right? That's what I feel kind of connected us. So keep doing it, whether it's one person or whether it's 100 people in your room, it doesn't matter. Just know that you're impacting. We should always remember when we're streaming, guys, it could be that one person that we're impacting, right? It may not be for the hundreds, but it could be for the one. So we got to always remember. I got to remember that too, right? But yeah, so thank you, Tasha, for sharing.
Thank you.
We got Jackie Beats as well.
First off, I would like to say, Tasha, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I'm definitely going to go into your streams now that I've met you and know who you are. I wish I had someone like you when I was younger, going through my own grief with losing my brother. And I would have loved to talk about it because I held it in a lot growing up, and it really messed with my mental health. But, thank you so much for sharing. As for my passions and projects that I'm doing right now, my family opened up a pizza bar / lounge, and at night it's going to be a nightclub. So I'm going to be the main DJ for that, and I'm going to help my family build on our new empire and hopefully see where that takes us. And as a passion for right now, starting new projects, I'm also learning how to scratch. I'm mostly known for mixing and blending music, but I'm gonna start scratching. Thank you to 5150 Steph and her husband Silos. They've been great guidance for me and showing me the ropes. And then I'm also trying to learn how to edit music. I'm busy right now trying to get better and improving myself and my music. And hopefully it continues and just keep moving forward and keep pushing where I'm trying to build.
Wow, I love that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, and definitely my condolences. I didn't know that, about your brother and Tasha. That's why it's so important to share. You never know who can
Yes.
connect with your story. As much as hard as it may be, it's good to be open about that, because you just never know who you're touching and who's in the chat that have gone through the same thing, right? So yeah, and I'm definitely proud of you. Like like just your shows and what you do, and I admire. I'm like, wow, like I can learn from you, like how you DJ and what you do. I'm always amazed because you do it so seamlessly. And me, I'm just like, where's the 1? Where's the 4? Where's the 3? I don't even know. Like, it's just like, I'm like, when am I going to get this? When I'm 80 years old, But you're just like very calm, cool, collective, playing your music on the tables with your father, and you guys do an awesome show. You really do. Yeah. So keep at it, and I hope to see you in some competitions. You better get in some. I'm going to be bugging you guys to get in. If I
Thank
don't have
you.
the hands yet, but you guys do, I'm going to be bugging you guys to get it to go for it, right? So, all right, we got 5150 Steph as well.
Hi guys. First of all, blessings to Tasha and Jackie for your guys' loss, and I followed you as well, Tasha. Make sure everybody in the chat follows all the ladies here on this panel. Honey Flow picks always great people, so please support all these women. The question was, what I'm doing and what's going on with me? Well, I represent Friends Over Followers and Selector's Choice. Friends Over Followers is something LABELLATINA spearheads. I spearhead Selector's Choice. We Isabel has so many great opportunities for us monthly. So we do stuff at Footsie's in downtown LA. We do stuff at every Thursday. Every Thursday we're at also Stowaway, downtown LA. I also do my own club in Little Tokyo called called Club Saturday Takeover. It's at Hello Stranger. I do that once a month, every third Saturday of the month. I also stream 3 days a week, Monday through Wednesday, 8 p.m. PST. And then I do about a few other pop-ups during the week. I'm also a mobile DJ. So we've been doing weddings for about 18 years. My husband does the wedding part. I usually MC and coordinate. So I am a promoter. I'm an MC. I'm a vibe setter. I'm a DJ. I do it all. And so one of our biggest things that I have coming up is the LA County Fair Next Fest. I'm going to be stage managing the silent disco, and I'm working with Isabel as well, which is LABELLATINA, Friends Over Followers stage that she'll be having for the whole month. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Wow, that's a lot. So do you do DJing full time?
Yes,
well?
I actually
Wow.
quit my 14 years. I owned a daycare, large daycare.
Wow.
I raised my kids so I could be a stay-at-home mom and bring my kids lunch every day to school. And so I was able to do that. Kids got older. I got tired of it. COVID came around. That's when I started picking up doing my blends, because I just always scratched before, and then put that on the back burner and was a mom, housewife. That was my focus. And COVID came around. Everybody was older, and it was time for me to finally get into my passion. And here I am.
That's amazing. I love that. Do you ever spin with those other guys in LA where you see Diva 929 or oh gosh, I just reached out to her. I can't remember her name. She's always
Diva
up there.
929 did she teamed up with me and did my Club Saturday Takeover. So the B side, she represents the B side. So yeah, we team up. Definitely. We're girls.
Are you guys in LA? I can't remember. There seems to
we're
be
all
some
like in
bigger Twitch group.
Yeah, we're all right here in LA. And like out of LA is huge. And so I'm a little bit like further out, like 45 minutes out.
Oh.
But yeah, we all support each other, and we try our best. And so whoever's willing to work and wants to actually put in the effort and time, I'm down to play with.
Awesome. I love that. And how many people are actually doing full-time streaming and full-time DJing? I know I'm trying to right now. Oh, DINOVIBEZ too. Oh, okay. Jackie Beats and LABELLATINA. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Awesome. So we'll definitely talk on that. All right. So we got DJ DINOVIBEZ too.
All right. Much love to Jackie Beats and Tasha. I know losing someone is hard. I've been through it. We all go through it, but talking about it is the most difficult part. So I commend you guys for, speaking up on that. What passions am I currently working on? Every Tuesday, me and Tycho Bay host a raid train, call it Ladies Night, funny enough. Jackie Beats has been on it. we're almost at 2 years on it. But not just for the ladies specifically as DJs, but cultivating like fun, just energizing vibes. And then outside of that, I'm currently working on 3 tracks with my friend McTwiz Music in New York. So I'm learning to produce with him, and those will be coming out probably later this year. So it's my main focus is right now. I'm learning to produce. I really want to learn how to produce more music.
Cool. That's really dope, producing music. That's awesome. I gotta hook you up with K9. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's out of Toronto. He's also doing producing and different, like he kind of sounds like a Jay Dilla vibe or like Slum Village or that type of kind of vibe, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I gotta link you guys because he's like his brain is that way too. And just listening to you, I think you guys would be a good matchup. I think you're gonna like him. And he freestyles. He just kind of freestyles on his show while he's using a sampler.
That's awesome.
And just putting music in, like, okay, you guys want drums, you want saxophone, you want a violin. Like we were all doing that last night. So you guys would be good to link up with. I'll connect you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. And we got LABELLATINA as well.
Hey guys. What am I working on right now? So I am a full-time DJ. I am a mobile DJ too. I do corporate events and all that stuff. But really, what I'm working on, like big time, is creating and establishing friends over followers. And so what I'm doing with that and with friends over followers is essentially I'm getting I have a whole group of collective, like a huge collective of professionals, whether they work in, because I work in film and television as well. That's like my OG gig. But I have a whole group of collectives, so we could create the party, the vibe from like start to finish, from film production. Like we could film it, we could edit it. Like I have people in my circle that do all of the things. So when you book me, or if you make a friends over followers event, like we try to create an experience. And that also, like I have to consider the budget too. So if you're paying me $300 to come and DJ, I'm just DJing, but I don't ever just DJ. So I try to make every kind of place where I DJ like an experience, and I try to advocate for the different DJs. I know I've heard this so many times from other DJs that have been DJing a lot longer and do it differently than I do. But I remember one of the things I would hear often was, well, when you're a DJ, you need to DJ this certain way to this crowd because they like. I don't think about other people. Again, as a reminder, I think about what I could be, how I could be the best version of myself. And then as a result, I attract the people to my parties that like that or are also that way. And that also increases the quality of the people that show up and then the unity and the community vibe. So I'm hired a lot of times to do a lot of community building and that kind of events, those kind of events, I guess. So what I'm doing is DJing is just my Trojan horse to ultimate community power so that we could eventually run this whole neighborhood the way we'd like to. That's what I'm actually doing. Can you guys hear me? Did you guys hear me?
Did you guys hear? I could hear.
Yes, but it was a little quiet.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but yeah. So I'm essentially trying to run the. I'm trying to like build a community of people through the magic of music, and ultimately create a force big enough to where we can make big positive change in our communities politically. You know, like, will I run for office at some point in a couple of years? You know, maybe. But I want to be sure that I have the support of the people behind me first. And as of right now, I have a collective called Friends Over Followers, and we DJ all over town. And that's like that's my way of getting our team to infiltrate and get through the gatekeepers and whatever that I've heard that they exist. I wouldn't know about it because like I said, I just plow through all of that kind of stuff. But that's what I'm working on. I'm working on like big community unity and having like a healthy and fertile working environment for all of us as entertainers and advocating for us to all get paid what we're supposed to be getting paid. Because if I'm getting paid, if I'm asked to go to a spot to DJ, I expect like certain things. And I think that all of us should have that we should all advocate for ourselves in those spaces. So I'm working on empowering the people around me to be able to do that. So then that way we have a really good environment around us, you know?
Yeah, 100%. That's something that you could definitely teach on too. Like, because in this industry, it's tough when you go to promoters, you go to clubs, you go to venues. If you're working for someone, even as a woman, getting paid, like I've heard DJ companies putting a premium because you're a woman, but they give you like nothing. But yet they're bumping up you by $100, say for a wedding, they may bump it up to 2,500 or maybe even more because you're a woman and it's a high commodity in DJing to have a woman at the forefront. Everyone wants a woman, female DJ, right? But I didn't realize that actually promoters and companies here were charging premium on top of you, but yet giving you peanuts, right? So that's something to kind of, maybe you could help people and how you get your events or what you're doing to, like help other women out there too. Just an idea,
Yeah, no, that's part of it. But part of it is like the term that's used right now is like pick me. Like I'm not a pick me person. I've never asked to DJ any event ever. There's not one event in my 6 years that I've never reached out to people and been like, hey, can I DJ here? I have a problem with that personally because I would never go to a bar and be like, well, this vibe is weird here. Why? I think I can make it better. Can I DJ here? If there's already a DJ there on a Friday night, I'm not trying to take their gig. You know what I mean? Like that's just not my thing. So if I get asked to DJ places, I'll DJ. I get asked to do weddings. I get asked to do events. I get asked to do that stuff. But I'm not the person that's going to go and sell myself. Like I don't believe in that. I don't think I need to be proving to a promoter who's going to take 80% of the money. I'm the promoter. So at my gigs, a lot of the gigs too, obviously bars and whatever, they don't pay like what they pay at corporate gigs, right?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to build with me, then we're building together. Then we're all a collective together. We split whatever is there. Like, you know what I mean? I'm probably fair to a fault, but it's worked for me. I'm very successful in my life. If you look at my bank account, that's not what matters to me is success. Like I have incredible friends. I'm surrounded by only amazing people. I work on incredible events and spaces all the time. And when I'm not working, I'm treated really well because I'm a good person. And so like I said, I am actively working on myself and being a good person and hanging out with people who appreciate me and love me. And if anyone has some sort of vibe or situation where they're not really keen on me, they're allowed to do that. They just don't get to have me in their presence. You know what I mean? Like I make sure I really am active about that. I can't beat that into anyone enough. Like if you're around anyone right now that you're like, man, every time we hang out, they're making fun of my shoes or my clothes, or they just don't make me feel very good. Run away from those people as fast as you can and watch your life change. Promise you. Tag me when your fucking life changes. Tell me.
No, but that's good. That's good you mentioned that. Yeah. And I didn't mean like take gigs off of other people or anything like that going into the club.
I just want to make sure.
What we do out here is like we definitely door knock like to get gigs, right? But I find it interesting that you say, no, that's not really the vibe. I create my own events. I create my own space. So that's what I meant is that you could actually help a lot of women by kind of seeing that, right? Because you could avoid a lot of, I guess, drama or lessons in entertainment that I didn't really know. I was kind of naive when I was younger going into things and just like, okay, sure, I'll do this for you. Sure, I'll do that, like a yes person. And you kind of see a lot of things, right? And I was a bit surprised with the DJ company charging premiums off of women. And I'm thinking, I can do this myself. I can go, but how do I do it? Because there's very few women in my city. There's lots of women that are streamers, but very few in your city. Like I could count on my hand that are female DJs doing it. But but how can you do it without going through different things? How can you create your own things? So that's why I thought, oh, wow, like what you're saying is it is possible that you can do it on your own, so that's great.
You could totally do it on your own, and you don't have the thing that I want people to know is like if you just work on your craft and you work on yourself and your vibe and create an environment around you, and don't expect like it being your friends to show up all the time. My friends, do show up, like a lot of them, but I have a lot of friends who don't show up. I have a ton of friends I've known for a million years who've never seen me DJ once. That doesn't mean they're not good friends. We have different lifestyles, right? So just put attention in the people who are pouring into you, and that's what I do. Like, I'm actively, like, that's like my thing. And if it wasn't working for me, I would change, and I would pivot, but it is something that works for me. And so yeah, like I think like someone said something in this chat earlier, I can't even remember, but even like terms like when someone's like, am I ever gonna get it? I don't even think like on those terms. Like, I wouldn't even say that.
Oh yeah, that was me. That was me. I do.
I don't even know who that was. I would never even say that, because it's like, I believe that my words are magic. So I really try to, make sure that when I say, it's like, okay, I'm getting this. I'm actively getting this. It's just like little terms, little things. If you just change little ways in which you think and in which you say, you'll create like a life for yourself and design the life that you want.
Yeah, 100%. Love that. Love that. Thanks for sharing that. We got LADEEGee as well. So just basically your, projects or passions or the things that you're working on. I know you're working on your show as well and DJing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, I stream like once a week, and I do a couple of raid trains here and there. But outside of that, I'm still practicing my craft. I had no idea this was so hard. Just someone told me, and I was like, what? But there are a lot of components to this that I did not know. And sometimes I do think back, like, maybe I should have done this like years ago, where my mind was still kind of fresh and I could remember things, and my coordination was better, because I do want to learn how to scratch. I am kind of learning that right now also, but it takes coordination, which, I have to practice really hard, probably twice as hard. But it doesn't mean that I can't get it. No, it doesn't mean that. It's just like, it just takes extra for me. So, but I do have some gigs coming up this summer and the latter, of the year. And I'm sure I have some in between. Most of my gigs are small gigs, parties, birthday parties, um, things of that nature. I haven't done a wedding yet or a club thing yet. So, but those are to come if I just keep practicing. So my goal and my projects is to keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing, and the rest will fall in place. Some things I'm not ready for. I own that. Some things I'm not ready for, but I think if I just continue to practice, things will get better for me, and I'll have more opportunities. Um, and this is the perfect time to do it because I got laid off my job in 2022, December. They waited till I got this age to lay me off. Well, among some other people. So I'm just taking this time like, hey, like this is the time that I can focus on me, what I love. I love music. I want to learn how to DJ and get to know some other people in it that can help me, like you ladies. I do appreciate each and every one of you. You're all different in your own way. You really are. And so I appreciate you guys. Inch High has been in my stream before. I've been in her stream before. LABELLATINA, I think I've been in your stream before also. I think it was a while back. And I was like, she's a deep streamer. I could tell she really loves music and she knows what she's doing. I love what she talks about. And but it's been a couple of months since I've been there, but I've checked you out also. Steph, I've been in your stream. I was in there today. Much love back to you. But yeah, I'm just focusing on, just getting better at the craft right now. That's my project to myself because I owe it to myself. I've invested so much time into it and money into it. I can't abandon it, now. So the project is myself if we're gonna do this thing. So
yeah, so true. That's great. And you know what? You'd be surprised what you feel like you're not ready for. Like when you said you're not ready, most of my biggest opportunities, honestly, have been when I was not ready. But then I'm like, no, I got to do this. This is only, when are you going to get like, say, Dundas Square or something? That's like a Times Square of New York. Like they called me. I'm like, whoa, I was so blown away that
Wow.
I'm like, you know what? Whether I'm scared or not, go out there afraid. A lot of times you feel not prepared or, oh, I got to do this, got to do that. But you know what? Like the best moments are just jumping in afraid, and more bigger opportunities come to you that way. I was shaking. My hand was shaking grabbing the mic because it was a dream. Yeah, it was a dream for me. It was something I pictured. Like I was standing on the street picturing myself on Dundas Square, and I was like, I want to try again. I want to do this again. Like literally for me, at least, I feel like it was honestly like an answered prayer, because I was like almost visualizing what I could see. And then I looked at this double-decker bus, which anyone in Toronto knows how far this tour double-decker bus is away from the stage. DJCHYCH knows how far. It's all the way where H&M is. So it's so far away. And I had this crazy idea. I would grab the mic and shout out everyone on that double-decker bus in front of H&M. But the thing that's so crazy is the stage is so far away from the state, like the stage from H&M, from the stores. It's like being in Times Square, right? If you guys have ever come to Toronto. And I just had this crazy idea to shout out people on the double-decker bus, and I would make sure everyone on that bus would be dancing and laughing. And sure enough, I got a call 3 weeks later, didn't even apply for it. And the director's like, yeah, we think you would be the perfect person. Can you do like a 12-hour day DJing and hosting the show? And I was like, what? This is so bizarre, man. I was literally picturing this moment 3 weeks before this happened, and they called me. And sure enough, I got the mic and I started shouting out the double-decker bus. The driver started honking the bus. It was like the tour, you know, the tour double-decker buses. And they all stood up and they all were dancing. Everyone, like all the tourists, like everyone in the square was connected. I was like, I had like goosebumps. It was like one of those magical moments where you're like, you know, you couldn't have just done it on your own, right? So anyways, I just say that to you to encourage you and everyone else on this panel, that whether you feel like you're the best of the best, or you feel like you're just a beginner, or you're like, oh, I'm making all these mistakes, just to push yourself to do it, and to walk in it afraid, because we're all human. We're all afraid. Like I've interviewed some big streamers on here, some small streamers, and even the biggest ones say that they failed at something. Vader Mix I interviewed, he said he failed. He didn't get partner. It took him 7 times to get it. So sometimes we see those glory moments, but we don't see all the moments of like we don't see the process. We don't see, we just see people up here and think, oh man, what am I doing? Or I could be doing something wrong with my show, or it's not building. I mean, all of us as streamers, I'm sure, because we're human, have all gone through it. I don't care how many people give you the sales talk online and say, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, this and that. You know what? Everyone's gone through it, I feel, at some stage about being a streamer, right? Because everyone's human. We're all human, whether you're large or small or whatever. But anyway, sorry, that's I'm going off on our rampage here. But that just made me think what you said, to you know, like, oh, I got to kind of work on it. I think your niche is your age. I feel like you should use it to your advantage. Like your age to get out there, people would book you like crazy, because
get out there.
And it's not just your age. It's also like your energy you give, your shows. You're like a good selector of music that people would book. I promise you, people will book you, you know. And I'm sure if there's anyone on the panel that, if you guys are open to helping, like if anyone's open to helping, like you guys have a lot of knowledge here of, you know, say contracts, or how to, like what LABELLATINA just said, you know, she goes out and does her own things and sets a precedence for that, right? That can help all of us, like learn those things, right? Some of you guys have been DJing 20 plus years, like 51 Steph, you know, knows how to DJ, does it well. DINOVIBEZ, Jackie Beats has been, you know, like all you guys have experience on this panel, right? To help each other out too, for sure. So anyways, sorry guys, that was my kind of long spiel. But we're going to go on to Inch High 73 as well, her passions and projects she's working on.
Thank you. I've got to apologise because outside of music, I work as a project manager in financial services, and work's bugging me right now all the way through this whole thing. So I'm so sorry. I'm
That's
having
okay.
to just chaperone something that's happening this evening at work.
Do you want me to move on to the next, or are you good? You good right now?
No, it's fine. I'm working from my phone, unfortunately. I've got one eye and one ear on that, and then the others on my phone. So holding down my job's really important to me, because it's more than a job, it's a career, and I put a lot of hours and time and effort into that. So definitely focus on my job and my career. And then I have I think you know my dog, Honeyflow. He's a bit of a pain in the backside. So I'm starting a behavioural therapy and behavioural training with my dog this week. So that should be fun, and that's going to be a journey. This dog is vicious, and people have said to me, like, I'll put him down, get rid of him, but like, I bought this dog and I'm committed to this dog, so I'm going to do that. And then in terms of music and streaming, so I moved, well, I dual stream now. So I was on Twitch originally, and then I moved to Mixcloud just over a year ago. It's about 15 months now. So I've been spending that time and investing time just building up my following on Mixcloud. And what I do now is I host Like a Raid Train on Mixcloud. And I want to start showcasing people that aren't on Mixcloud and want to transition from Twitch or other platforms like YouTube onto Mixcloud. So that's going to be my next thing. I normally have a guest every week who's from Mixcloud. So if any of you guys want to come on who aren't on Mixcloud, that's my next thing, is to, as I said to you the other day, Honeyflow, just cross-pollinate the platforms, get building the communities across platforms and networking that way. So that's going to be my next thing in the kind of like music arena, really.
Awesome. I love that. And I'm just wondering if you could move your camera more to the right, if you can. We want to see you. I feel like your face is cut off just a little bit. So
it's
yeah,
gonna will come tumbling down.
Oh shoot. Oh, okay. Or maybe you can move. Okay, or you can move a little bit to the right, just so we could see your beautiful face. Okay. Yeah, I think you're. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could see you. Yeah. Yeah. And hold that pose like that the whole show. Yeah. There we go. She's hilarious too, you guys. You got to make sure you add Inch 73. She's really funny too, a character. All right, we got DJCHYCH as well. So what projects or passions are you working on?
I'm just learning to become a better DJ. Trying to learn different types of music, I guess, because I'm so stuck in my hip hop and R&B. But I'm just still just learning, because I only started when I was 33. So I'm still learning. So
Okay.
I'm just working on my streaming and getting better as a streamer and a DJ.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and you're killing it. You're doing really, really good with your shows as well. And I love your scenes. Maybe that's something you can teach too. Like, you do very, very good graphics and very I noticed that about your show. Oh, you don't do that?
No, my overlays, no. BK does that.
Oh man, I gotta talk to them then, because it's
Yeah,
really, really good.
I'll put her link in the chat.
She's like on point, you guys. When you go to her show, it feels like almost like a TV show with your. I'm like, man, I gotta talk to you because I really like your scenes that you create. Yeah.
Sweet Tea's in the chat. Sweet Tea, could you put her link up for me?
Okay, and I just want to say thank you so much. Wow, I totally missed this, guys. Another computer I need to look at for all the bits and subs coming in. Whoa, Fakna. I should call him Fukna. Thank you so much for the wow. Oh my gosh. 5 gifted subs. Wow. Thank you guys. Blessings to all you guys. Thank you so much. 5 gifted subs. Great supporter of women and of my show. Thank you so much, Fakna. I appreciate you. If you're still in the room, That was 30 minutes ago. Wow. Sorry, I missed that. And of course, Rob Allen as well, and everyone else supporting. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, the next question I had for you guys is, has streaming shows helped you and opened up doors for you as well? So we'll start with Tasha again.
I'll say that it helped me personally because I know, like, I've always wanted to put myself out there, and I didn't. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. I'm not this is my first time doing content creation where, like, I'm putting my face and my voice out there. And that was really scary for me. I actually cried like 2 or 3 times before we went live today because in my streams, I don't have a camera on me. The camera is on my hands, and I'm talking, and I'm, listening to music and chatting. So every time I go live, I'm learning things about myself and how to stream. And I just want to say thank you, Honeyflow, for letting me be here, because this is the opportunity for me just to, I think this is my 3rd panel, and I've only been streaming. Next month will be 1 year. And to just, whatever it is that I'm doing, people like you think that I'm interesting enough to want to be on a panel, or like we say in my stream, a piano. So thank you. Appreciate you so much. And I also wanted to say something to you, Honeyflow. Thanks to you and your streams about sex trafficking. I learned that I had my own brush with that years and years ago when I was younger. It was through, like, sitting in on one of your streams and just in the chat talking and reminiscing about a very toxic relationship I was in as a teenager. And I just, if it wasn't for your stream, I would not have known that I even had some type of experience sort of going in that direction. So thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I really, really am grateful that you shared that. Obviously, I'm not going to share that. I know we've had private conversations, and I'm so grateful, you guys. I just want to say, after that human trafficking raid, I didn't obviously make it public, but that wasn't even just a raid for me. Like, that's like definitely my heart. Like, that's something I definitely want to get more in that field with human trafficking. And there was about 3 or 4 streamers that were female streamers that messaged me saying that they were involved in human trafficking. And it was so shocking, because when you see these women, I would never ever think, never imagine in a million years. So that's why I was so grateful that you also came out to me. And I asked a few of them if they'd like to be on my show and share their story. But of course, you never want to expose someone. You don't want to, because it's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of gray areas that people go through when it comes to trafficking. It's not just black or white, or people are just like, oh, the women just need to get over it. Like, it makes me, I can go on about that issue, right? But once you start learning and you talk to survivors, you realize that there's a lot of gray areas. It's not a simple thing like just get out of a relationship, or these girls wanted it for celebrity status, or, when you hear that so much in entertainment, until you actually talk to survivors, you realize that it can be very normal people, like any of us, any of us, right? Getting into maybe a toxic relationship. So I'm glad you brought that up. Like, because I know there's other people in my chat, and there's other people that have gone through it too, right? Or have had maybe a situation, and people don't understand what trafficking really means, right? But yeah, I'm glad you share. And it's so awesome seeing your beautiful, gorgeous face, because I always, when I check her show, you just see her hands, you see her painting. And I'm like, I don't want to be a stalker, but I'm kind of known to be a little bit of a stalker. So they bug me on my show because I want to see people's faces. I'm like, I could, it's so nice seeing everyone's faces, right? So I was bugging her. I'm like, where's your picture? How come I don't know what you look like, right? And she's gorgeous. That's why I was so shocked. I was like, is she gonna not come on camera? Is she gonna come on camera today?
I was just
So
gonna talk with my hands.
yeah, yeah, that's what I kind of thought. But it's good to have you on, and I appreciate you sharing that as well. That means a lot. That means you're on
Thank
the
you.
right mission when you do things like this, right? So yes, thank you for sharing that. So make sure you guys, everyone adds Tasha Starr and all these beautiful women on here. Support their shows. They do amazing shows as well. So we're going to go to Jackie Beats. How has streaming shows helped you and opened up doors for you too?
Streaming shows helped a lot. When I first started, I'm a very shy person. Have you guys seen my show? It's not me who talks. It's my father. He's my MC. So when we first started, I didn't want him to put me on camera. It was all just my hands on the turntables. And then people started slowly saying, like, show your face, show us who you are. And it brought me out of my shell a lot. And on also these wonderful ladies shows too. I watch them, see how they're energetic, interact, and it makes me want to be like, okay, like I can do that too. Like it's cool. It's fun. I enjoy it. I love their shows. But yeah, it's helped me so much. I love streaming. We've been streaming for about 2.5, maybe 3 years since COVID. And it was really my dad's channel. So a lot of people, a lot of DJs helped me, embrace it. So I owe it all to the Twitch, the streaming. I really owe a lot to them.
Is your dad in here now too, or no?
Yeah, if you guys
No?
have seen the chat, he's in there
Missing all the
shooting
chat. I
emojis.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome. Sorry, guys, I'm missing all your chat and I'm not posting it because I want to concentrate on what the ladies are saying today. So if I miss a lot, I'll just catch the chat in the replay. I apologize. Yeah, I think he's so awesome, your dad. Like, I love seeing you guys together. I think it's like, I don't know if I can say cute, because you're older. But I think it's really cute that you're the only daughter and dad duo that I see on Twitch.
yeah,
There's yeah.
a lot of people have said you are one of the best father-daughter duos, and we have also started like seeing other DJs bring their daughters on, and they told me personally like, "Oh, you're our inspiration," and you don't understand how amazing that makes me feel. So it keeps me
Yeah.
going like, "Oh my God, they're watching me. Like I gotta do this.
I feel like he lets you shine too. He really lets
Oh.
your father really lets you shine. And, he's not like, oh, let me do this or give me the mic or give me all this. Like, you guys have such a great balance together that you could tell you have a good relationship in real time. That
Yeah,
resonates.
I love my father. We're very close. We started this years ago. He used to DJ. I used to be in the garage at 2-3 years old just watching him play back in the day, and he never wanted me to DJ. He was like, no, I see how it is, and the drinking, the partying. But once I got a little older, he was like, okay, I can see you have a passion for it. Like, so it brought us closer together.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. So make sure you guys check it out. Am I allowed to ask your age or no? If not, that's okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I bet you won't even guess my age.
No, I'm like clueless because I'm much older, I'm sure. But
I'm 29 years old.
wow, really? Oh my gosh. What products are you using, girl? I need to use those too. 29. Okay,
I
yeah, I
got the
definitely
looks from my mama, the young age look.
You do. That's amazing. Yeah, the reason why I asked and put her on the spot, you guys, I thought she was definitely a little bit younger, but that's what I mean. There's all these, there's a panel of women from like 20s to 60s here, and I think it's beautiful. It just goes to show you could really do whatever you love at any age. It doesn't matter, right? Like whatever it is you love, do it now. Life is short. You got to just do whatever it is. If it's painting like Tasha, if it's, streaming, if it's DJing, whatever it may be, baking, right? Coaching, that sort of thing. So I that's why I just wanted you to mention your age, because I was also curious too. So
No, of course,
but
of
29,
course.
wow, amazing. Oh, wow. Awesome. All right. So we got DJ 5150 Steph too.
Hi. Jackie Beats, the first time she came to our club for Club Saturday Takeover, I actually had several people ask me, is that girl 21 and over? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, did you look at her ID? I'm like, dude,
Wow.
I know her. It's like, she looks 17. I'm like, I get it all the time. You look 17, 18. She's so cute. I know.
Yeah.
Anywho, Twitch, I started 3 years ago, and it has been my biggest supporting platform. So I get a lot of gigs because of Twitch. I get a lot of exposure because of Twitch, and I find that a lot of people will come up to me in LA and be like, "Oh my gosh, I look at your stream, like I'm so and so," and I'm like, "Oh, it's so good." And I get to connect a lot of times when I go out to events in LA. I always tend to have people tell me that they see me on Twitch. They'll ask me, if I'm available for certain things. So since I'm a mobile DJ, I do not just clubs or bars. I do everything from school events to quinceañeras, weddings, private parties, corporate events. We do it all. And my husband's OG DJ Silos, general manager of the Beat Junkies Institute of Sound DJ School. So I have his help with the mobile gigs as well, like using the audio and whatnot. And yeah, I would say Twitch is my biggest thing. I get a lot of referrals from. So I love
That's
Twitch.
amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Referrals too. That's awesome. I just want to, there's so many people in the room. Wow, to shout out as well. We got Black Girl Gamer, Porsche Live, Struds, Gunsman. Oh, Bobby, promo. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you right here. I'm not really posting your comments, guys, just because it makes everyone look so much smaller. And if it were me, I'd blow them all up on my screen, but I can't make them larger. So I'm not really posting. There is, so the producer I talked to you about, this is 3K9. This is the guy I was telling you about, DJ Dino Vibes. You guys got to link up. I want everyone in the room to add this guy, man. I saw his show yesterday. I was blown away. He produces on the spot. He freestyles and raps on the spot, and he literally throws in the music. Like I was telling him to put saxophone and violin over hip hop beats, and he was doing all that. Just he does a really great show. So K9, I want you linking up with Dino Vibes because she's on right. Yeah, you could just wave right there. There's Dino Vibes on the right. She is also getting into producing, and I think you guys would be a really good matchup. She's from San Diego, so I hope you guys can connect. All right. So, and that's awesome that you've got gigs that have translated into real life, Steph, as well. Congratulations. That's awesome. So we got Dino Vibes actually up next, too.
So when I first, like, I think a lot of us, started streaming during COVID, definitely didn't want to talk on the mic, definitely was not comfortable in front of a camera at all. But, like you guys have said, people want to see you. So, little by little got used to all the things. Now when you come into my streams, I'm probably talking a lot more than sometimes DJing. But streaming on Twitch has helped me get gigs. When I first started my Twitch journey, I was actually managing a dispensary here in San Diego. And one of my employees linked me with another DJ in San Diego. She's the one that got me my first gig here. And then shout out DJCHYCH. He put together a streamer social event during TwitchCon in Vegas, and invited me out for that. So I got to play in Vegas, which 3 years ago I never thought I would have the opportunity to say. So yeah, Twitch is, streaming on Twitch has definitely helped me just open doors and meet a lot of DJs in different areas and, connect with all types of people. So.
Wow, that's amazing. That's huge too. That's awesome. Were you nervous when you were doing it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. The whole way to Vegas, I was freaking out. When we got to the room, still freaking out, like going through my music, like making sure everything was good. had a terrible time finding the actual venue because it was at Mandalay Bay on the frickin' 63rd floor.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so yeah, played on the patio out there, so got to overlook like the entire Vegas Strip, and I'm like standing there around
Wow.
all of these incredible DJs who I've like looked up to on Twitch, and I'm like, oh, I'm here. Okay.
That's amazing. And you deserve a spot there. And you're so cool as a cucumber, man. Like you got that laid back demeanor too. I don't know if it's the West Coast. I might need to travel there a little bit. I notice everyone from the West Coast, you guys are just like cool, calm, collective, you
It's the
know.
beach.
Yeah, it must be because
I
we're
don't
more
know.
like Toronto, more like New York, you know, more that style. So, oh, well, congratulations. Like more is definitely going to open up for you, more gigs and more things are definitely going to open up. Oh, there's your daughter too.
Aw.
Tasha Starr's daughter. Aw, she's so cute. Hi. Wow, she looks just like Tasha too. So cute. Wow. Amazing. Thanks for sharing. We got LABELLATINA as well.
Oh, hi guys.
Oh.
The question. What was the question again?
Let's see. How has streaming shows helped you open up doors for you, whether it's in real time or just anything, basically?
Yeah, I was really lucky. You know, again, I have a career in film and television, so I'm very aware as a casting director and talent producer. Being in front of the camera and talking on a mic, I understand the importance of all that, and I have some technique in which I incorporate into my own practice. Most of the time in my film and TV work, I'm behind the scenes. So streaming was the first time that I really had to again actively be like, okay, this is going to be part of my life, and I'm going to start this part of it. But it has helped me, it's benefited me in way more ways that we could probably even have time to talk about. I mean, I think just especially as a DJ and as an event promoter in LA, being online, having obviously someone being able to recognize me at events, that's something that I was not quite prepared for, but it's been really fun. I really like that. But I DJ'd before the pandemic and post pandemic. I know I was definitely a post. I guess technically, are we still? I don't know, but I know that I've been when things started opening up again. One of the major reasons why I got a ton of gigs at all the local bars was because since they couldn't really DJ inside and they had outside things. A lot of the clubs or bars had like some sort of streaming capability to where they were trying to go online as well, and so I was, you know, a lot of the DJs that didn't want to go online or didn't want to look bad online or didn't want to go through the problems that came with going online. Those people didn't learn how to be online. So I was booked on a ton of the gigs, not only to DJ, but to also set up other DJs. And because I knew how to use the programs, and I have at least some basic knowledge. So I was able to get gigs on in a lot of capacities and a bunch of different ways outside of just DJing because of my ability to be able to stream. So that was really awesome. But I do get a lot of my gigs from my Instagram and like people that follow me on Instagram and that like what I'm doing and what I represent. So I feel like streaming is something I try to stream at least 2 to 3 times a week if I can. Like I know for sure at least one time, but two to 3 times is my ideal because I do love the Twitch community. I do think that the Twitch community has strengthened the DJ culture in my city. And it has also diversified it. Like I think that instead of the same 6 crews getting the parties, now like there's so many people, and now having a following. I know a lot of people sometimes will say like, oh, well, that DJ just got booked because they have a big following. Okay, move on to the next bar then, like if like you don't like that. But that's the reality in which we live, like we live in that world where you have to have a social media. You have to like I don't want to be the person that's screaming at the color TV because I liked it in black and white, or because, I'm reading, like I like reading the paper, like why is there a radio? Like I don't want to be that person. I think that like DJing, how you handle your transitions matters, and streaming is definitely a transition that occurred in our culture, and then in in the world culture, I guess. And I think having the stream was super important, and it really has benefited me. It has only benefited me. It's never hurt me. And I recommend anyone at any point, because I've heard people even say today, like they're like, oh, I want to stream now, it's too late. I don't believe in time, so I don't believe in things being too late or too early. Timing is divine, and so I think anyone could do it. And if you haven't done it yet and you're waiting for a sign, if this isn't it, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. No, 100%. And we should all applaud everyone here, or anyone in the chat that has streamed. We've learned a lot, right? We've learned beyond just DJing. We've learned green screens, video, audio, yeah, visuals, OBS, software, hardware, DJ equipment, how to interact, how to use our mic presence, right? How to get out there more. Like, it's almost like producing TV shows. And I know LABELLATINA could probably relate to that, since you're a casting director, right?
I'm a TV producer as well. And yeah, it is exactly like producing TV shows. That's exactly what you're doing. And
Yeah.
that's why for my channel, what I wanted to do, and I'll give you guys this really quick little story that should, I think, again, the power of us as individuals is so great. I think, like, anytime you're like, oh, but I really want to do it like that person. I mean, you could get inspired by other people, but it needs to be your idea, right? So, like, when I first started streaming, I have this incredible garden, and so I was, because of because of my connection to the internet, I had to stream from this other area, not in the room that I'm in now, even though I stream going the other way. But and I had this view of the garden in my stream when I DJ'd. It was a window, and I saw so many people that had like the green screen situation and all this stuff, and I was like, man, I really would love that. Okay. So it took me forever. You guys remember during the pandemic, you couldn't get anything. You couldn't get the roll and go. You couldn't get the green screen because everything was sold out, right? So I remember I finally got this green screen. I was so stoked. I put it up. I had people helping me. I think I may have been talking to CeeLo, Steph's husband, on how to connect this thing and how to put it together. And I'm putting it all together. I finally launch it. My green screen. I put it up. I had some cool imagery, all this stuff in the background. I am not lying to you. The only messages I received via text, via DM, via other ways, what is going on? What happened to your garden? No, I wanted to see your garden. Oh my God. Because every once in a while, people would be outside. Like, I'd invite like one or two friends to dance outside while I was inside. So there's like, the separation still during the pandemic. But so they'd be like, I want to see the people. I want to see this. I want to see that. I could not believe. And I had to get rid of my freaking green screen. And I was just like, with the amount of work I put on getting this damn green screen up. And I was like, dude, and I was like, why do you guys want to see my garden? Like, I didn't even get it. I'm like, what the hell? Yo, that's what people wanted to see. And so then that's probably when I really started being like, okay, I got to put this energy into myself, because then I started doing who was it? Was it Buddy Lee's on here talking about my Sans Pants show? I literally, as a joke, one day was like, you know what? This is like such a voyeuristic kind of like medium. I really like that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I kind of like that you're kind of peeping in. So what does it look like? Like, I like try to produce experiences, right? So it's like, what does it look like if you're at my house and I'm DJing? If you're just in my house and you're chilling with me, it is very common, especially in the summer, that I'm going to be walking around in my underwear. My friends know that if they come over unannounced, they should be okay with me in my underwear. So I will put pants on if you need me to, or if it's working out. But I started doing my DJ streams in my underwear. Guess what? That was popular too, you guys. And it's literally just me being in my own self, doing my own thing, talking how I want. Like, you don't have to talk like anybody. You can just be yourself. And the more you accept yourself as the person that you are, and like the person that you are, I like who I am. I'm very happy with the woman that I am. I'm just stars in a meat suit, right? So this is the meat suit that I was given today. I can't judge, but because I get to move around, And so I feel like that's the thing about streaming, that again, it's like if you look at other people's channels and you're like, I really want it to be like that, and it's not going to be like that. It's going to be your version of that. And do you want to be like a copy of someone's copy? I don't.
Yeah. So true. 100%. So true. Yeah, I love that. That's really good. So now she's going to get flooded with DMs streaming in her undies. So she'll get a lot of DMs. Hey, I see babies. I see dogs coming out now. I'm waiting for Inch's dog to come out, and cats and different things on this stream. So cute. 5150. Make sure you guys are adding these amazing women. You guys definitely make sure you're adding all of them. It should be going up in my chat, their details as well. So they do amazing shows. Definitely add them. All right, we got Lady G. So I think your mic's on. Your mic's off. Oh, and one other thing I was going to say is I think Jangus told us to, let's see here, hydrate like 17 minutes ago. Anyone got a drink? Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for coming on. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys too. So,
Cheers.
yeah. So cheers to you guys. Lady G, how has streaming your shows helped you open up doors like for yourself?
Well, I'm not sure, like if streaming on Twitch has opened any doors for me, but I would say it's the forefront to my Facebook. Most of my friends and peers, they're on Facebook. So what I do sometimes is I might post some of my streams to my stories or to a post on Facebook. And so they can see that I stream. And that's how a lot of my peers book me for gigs or have booked me for gigs, because what I've streamed on Twitch and then moved it over to Facebook, I get people asking me questions. I get the compliments, like, oh, you're so inspiring. I want to be you when I grow up, blah, blah, So I would say it's mostly on Facebook, though. And so I do appreciate that. I find that my Facebook friends, they're not trying to move over to Twitch. They don't know what it is. They're comfortable with Facebook. I'm not mad at that, because most people my age, they like to post the pictures of what they're cooking for dinner or where they're going on the trip. They're safe there, and they might think Twitch is just too complicated. But I've always been the one that, I kind of like, I'm not like, I won't say I'm not like them, because I'm 1 foot over that way. But I've always been curious and kind of like just interested in things, especially if it has something to do with music. So I stepped over to Twitch, and I'm like, wow, these are people that love music just as much as I do, and I would say that I was kind of shy coming to Twitch and streaming my first time. I'm still not that comfortable with the mic. Go figure, y'all. If you see me, like, oh yeah, Gee, you do okay. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to say. I still have that, so I might say something like, go ahead, or I don't know.
Say some Southern terms. You should say some Southern terms on the mic, because you got such a great accent.
I know I got a draw, and it may sound kind of weird to some people.
No, I love it. You got such a great voice. I'm like, oh man.
I mean, the most I speak is when I'm greeting people that come into my stream, especially if I know them and they are a repeat person that comes in. So I will speak in that manner. But the other talking, I don't know what to say. But I'm still learning on that. So I'm sure that's just something that comes with time, and just, repeating the same thing. Just come up with some things to say. So that's pulling that out of me a little bit more, but I still have some reservations about speaking, So eventually I'll come out of that. And that's just because I've always been, believe it or not, a quiet type of person. I've always been kind of quiet. So, but Twitch is really kind of bringing me out of my shell a little bit, a whole lot further than where I come from. Trust me.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
awesome. And that'll come with time.
yeah.
I never even would have even gathered that from you listening to your shows.
Yeah.
Because you seem really like, yeah, very confident, very good mic presence. Like,
It's the
so it's
camera.
amazing, but it's amazing how we perceive ourselves compared to how other people perceive us, right?
Mhm.
Because other
Mhm.
people may be like, man, she's rocking it, she's killing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then sometimes we could be our own critics and be like, oh
Yeah.
man, I made this mistake and that mistake and this mistake, and that's all you see, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's
Mhm.
also being kinder, maybe being kinder to ourselves, because I would have never gathered that until you said it
Really?
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really
Yeah.
shy. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's interesting.
Mhm.
All right. So we got inch 73 as well.
Yeah,
And
I'm really
also,
shy too. I'll
yeah, I don't
strut.
know. Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
No, I was just jotting down some notes actually because I did actually used to be really shy on Twitch. I didn't even have a microphone, and now I can't shut up. Like, one of the biggest things about my show is that people say you talk so much, and I'm like, oh, when I moved over to Mixcloud, I was like, do people talk on Mixcloud? And they're like, yeah, just talk. And they're like, we didn't mean that much, but I can't help it. It's just me. And like, again, what LABELLATINA says, I can only be me. So that is me. I talk a lot. I play music and I talk a lot about food. So one of the realizations for me has been how much I eat and how much I talk about food and how much I talk in general. But just in terms of like opening doors, I don't know, not gig wise or anything like, because I don't really have the time for that. But it's been really nice just to connect to like a wider global community. That's been amazing. Because obviously Twitch is global and Mixclouded as well. So that's been really nice. And to meet other female music lovers that are so passionate, not just people that like music, but like other women that are passionate about music in the way that I'm passionate about it. That's been fantastic as well. And then from a more personal thing, personal growth, I'd say things like the beat matching and blending that I need Jackie Beats to help me with. I've kind of set my own personal goals to try and do that, because I just used to put a record on, do the fader, put the other record on. I didn't really care about beat matching or anything. So I want to do that, or I have been teaching myself to do that. And going from analog, going from records to digital, I didn't do that till I started streaming. So now I can do both. I'm digital, I'm DVS, I've got digital decks, and I've got my Technics.
Oh, amazing. And is there like a preference you prefer, like Mixcloud over Twitch, or like what's your feeling? Like, I notice it's a different feeling when I'm on TikTok. I'm now starting to do TikTok, and I'm actually quiet, believe it or not, guys. I'm not yappy, because I
Don't
know
believe you.
I talk. No, I know I talk all the time on my Twitch shows, yappity yippity yappiting. But like on TikTok, I just do shout outs and I'm quiet as a mouse. And I kind of like it because it helps you concentrate on like trying to mix properly, Like, it just helps you concentrate and zone out in the music. So how do you find that? Do you find it different on Mixcloud compared to Twitch?
Not for me. Not for me personally as a streamer, but I know that people watching find it difficult to transition between Mixcloud and Twitch. People on Mixcloud think Twitch is far too busy. There's too many distractions. There's emotes. There's all these commands and blah, blah, blah. The listeners that have transitioned between the two since I've been streaming, they just find it difficult. And Twitch people think Mixcloud is very basic.
Yes. Yeah. I like with the emotes. I think we have
you can only you can't have like animated emotes. All you can have is like the emotes that are on your phone sort of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
There's nothing more.
Do you find Mixcloud very interactive, like a real interactive community there compared to here?
Not as interactive. A lot more people lurk on Mixcloud.
Yeah.
Because they just want to hear the music, but they wouldn't come to my show just to hear music, I'm sure.
Yeah, same with I get it. I get it. Yeah. That's interesting. I was just curious about different apps as well, and I could talk to you, the rest of you guys, about that as well. Okay, so that's awesome. So make sure you guys check her out, guys, on Mixcloud. I know she's looking for some guests. So if any of you guys want to be guests on her show, definitely hit her up too, right? She does an awesome show in Chai 73, and she's hilarious, you guys. So make sure you guys are adding her. Okay, so we got DJCHYCH as well. How has streaming helped you open up, or just being online in general, Doris?
I think I've learned more from actually being on Twitch and watching different DJs, because I don't think anybody has the same style as anybody else. Like, I think everybody does it their own way. I don't think there's one way that anyone does it. But I think I've learned a little bit of everything from everyone, just by watching and listening. And I've learned to kind of have an ear as opposed to relying on digital. But I think it's just opened up a world for me that before I started DJing, I had no idea, and I couldn't appreciate. So I think I've learned a little bit on Twitch.
You've learned a lot. Yeah, you've learned a lot. I remember when you first came to my channel saying that you're looking to get into DJing. I remember that. And then to see how far you've come, I'm like, wow, like she's like definitely killing it, so definitely proud of you. And of course, being from Toronto, the T dot, seeing you representing as well too. Yeah. So you guys, for anyone that's hosting on different channels, I forgot to mention during the show that we are on my channel here under DJ Honeyflow. So if any channels are going live right now on Facebook, YouTube, any other platform, if you guys want to come down to twitch.tv/DJ Honeyflow, that's where you see the interactive chat, because I know some people could be sitting on your shows thinking it's live there when it's actually live on this channel. But feel free to sit wherever you want, grab a drink, have popcorn, but you will see the chat here. And so many great women too in this room. We got Nita Dawn in the building, and just too many to count in this room. This girl Xtina does an amazing playlist show. Mimi Berry does like excellent graphics and emotes for all the streamers. Just too many. Cheryl Squad, been a full supporter of the women as well. So I see all you guys. I just can't shout out as many people as I'd like today. But we will go on to the next question here too. And this is definitely an interesting question. I really wanted to hear your perspective. Any challenges in real time or online as a woman? Definitely in real time, doing gigs or online or streaming as a woman. And what would you change? What would the change be that you would like to see on this platform in general in regards to that? Any ideas or any thoughts that come to you? We'll go back to Tasha.
I'm still new to streaming. Excuse me. So I don't know about challenges as a woman yet so much. I haven't had too many experiences as a streamer. I will say, as a woman who like, I'm kind of subdued today, but I tend to, when I'm in like a really, really good mood, I tend to like take up a lot of space sometimes, as far as like just being a clown and wanting to be funny and making like the people in the chat laugh, sometimes the streamer laugh. I've talked about this in my own stream, that I think as a woman who likes to sometimes draw attention to yourself, I find that there's certain men that feel a way about that and don't want to just let you do your thing. Like, they want to like kind of like eclipse you or shut you down. Sometimes it's not something that I've run into a lot, but it does happen. It's like a weird phenomenon where let's say I'm just being me, goofing around with people in the chat, and a guy will want to be like, just basically want to shut you down, be more funnier than you, or kind of like it's like weird, like subjugate you in some type of way where like they just want you to like be quiet or kind of put you in your place. It's just a weird thing. And the thing is when I don't get to stream hop as much as I used to. I don't get to go to other people's streams because I have health conditions, so I get a little tired. But when I do go to other people's streams, whether I'm modding or just having a good time, you know, I understand that I have a presence now. So I'm like, oh, in a way, like me doing the Tasha Star thing is me getting people's attention so they'll take some interest. So that this is like, so they'll take interest in my stream and what I'm doing. So I just find that like really interesting. But I do want to, like, this is fun. I like getting to know other women, other streamers, and hearing their stories and their experiences, because like I'm still new, still learning here.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that honest feedback as well. And you know, we're definitely going to go with Jackie Beats. One thing I will say is when I first started streaming, some of the challenges I think online that I face as a woman was like maybe, and we salute the men. I just want to make sure I'm very clear on that. We salute all the men listening in this chat. We need you here as well, just with us, right? But we are saying some questions that are kind of surrounded more around International Women's Month and how we feel as female streamers. But when I first started, I think I was challenged with so many guys like acting like my road manager. So it would be like, you can't do this. You could only do this. You could only play this. Don't talk about mental health. Talk show is not going to be popular. Like just so much feedback that I was getting in the beginning. That can be a little discouraging. And then you start listening. I listened to it a little bit and kind of felt like, man, I feel like I have these road managers, but they're not even my manager. This is my own show. And then I realized this is my own show. Not everyone's going to like it. Not everyone's going to like you yapping or talking or whatever. I get that. But this is my own show. So you got to be authentic to who you are. Right. But I would hear different things like it's not going to be popular. You won't get bits or subs. No one's going to come or listen, you know, and I know some of them meant well, but it kind of felt more like management over me. So that's why I had to leave all that. I had to leave those opinions and just break out and try to be me and do things that were different that I could see. Right. So that I think I experienced a lot of that in the beginning. On Twitch, I would say that would be probably my biggest challenge. What about you, Jackie Beats?
I've been DJing for about 15 years now, and some of the challenges in real time as a woman, I've had maybe one or two people who have doubted me in me being a female DJ. Not so I take that as a positive because not that many, but I've had somebody say, "Oh, how do you know she's good enough? Can she do this? Can she do she's going based on what her father, who's also my manager, is saying to the promoters to bring me along." So, but as soon as I went on, I proved myself and they came up to me and shook my hand and said, "You are amazing." So those are the things that I had to face and I went through them, you know, and it challenged me and I gladly accepted it and pushed through. As for the online, for the platform, we're doing good on that. We're learning little by little. Shout out to our mod Souls. She's helped us guide us through Twitch and showing us the ropes. You know, basically we only had a camera and then just DJing, and she's teaching us like the different emotes, how to make them fly and backgrounds. So I wouldn't really change anything on the platform right now. I'm cool with it. I'm having fun. We're learning. So that's all I would take from it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, and sometimes you definitely get the challenges DJing. Like the minute people look at you, they're just like, "You don't look like a DJ." Or I don't know if you guys have ever gotten that. Or they're just like, I think I had one say, "What do you know? What do you know about Jamaican music or reggae?" and it was funny. And then I proved him kind of wrong that night and started dropping like all this music on them. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay, girl, you're okay, but it is funny, the reactions of people when they see
Yeah.
you, right? And when they start seeing you out, I think as a female DJ, people are so shocked that you're like a woman doing this. Like people get stunned when you're playing out, like, that, oh my gosh, there's like a woman doing this, right? So
Yeah.
I find that interesting. Yeah. Okay, what about you, 51 Steph?
Hi. The question was, what are my challenges?
So basically any challenges in real time or online as a woman, like DJing, and what change would you like to see on this platform or just in general, like for
Sure.
women? Is there anything that comes to mind?
So for Twitch, I don't have a problem on Twitch with nobody trying to tell me what to do or how to be. And if you know my channel too, yeah, I'm fun, I'm friendly, but also don't tell me what to do. Just don't tell me what to do. This is my channel. This is my platform. If you don't like it, peace. I'm cool. Go somewhere where you want to be, but don't be in my channel telling me what to do. So I'll tell you that, no problem. But I don't really get that problem in Twitch. I think everybody tends to like vibing out with my selection, and if they don't, they leave. As far as real life goes, yes, I'll go back to what you said too about people judge you on the way you look. So I am 50 years old. I started actually blending and getting on the decks and rocking things probably about 3 years ago. And so, yeah, you would look at me, people would look at me and think, you DJ? But little do they know is when I DJ, I don't just blend well. I also have some techniques, like scratching is behind my belt. And for doing the scratching and whatnot, people are like, oh, wait, what? Girl knows how to do that? Okay. And then I, just a lot of the music selection, I pretty much let them know what's up. And they're like, oh, what's your blah, blah, blah? How do I follow you? So I don't get challenges. I do get some challenges where some guys can think that they need to tell me that are in my circle what to play. Hey, play this, play that. And that's like, I'm okay, I'll play it later. Or they'll just, try to be in my ear and tell me what I need to do sometimes. And then I just ignore it. Either I ignore it, or if it does work, I'm like, oh, you know what? That was a good one. Cool, right on. But I really don't get much problems.
Awesome. Wow. Whew, I gotta hang out with some of these West Side girls. Seriously. Like they're like
trying to have people give us problems, honey.
yeah.
Let me just tell you. Like I'll wait till you guys get to me. I'll tell you I have no
yeah,
problem.
I could tell. I'm waiting. I could tell. I could tell she's gonna fire up. But I mean, I think over like 15, 20 years, and wow, that's amazing. I would have never guessed 50, you look so much younger. And on top of that, I literally thought you were DJing for like 20 years. Like when I watch your show, I literally think that when I watch your show.
Hell yeah.
That's how
no,
well
I'm just
you
around
do
the great. I'm around a lot of my husband is one of my biggest influencers.
But that's how well
he's a
you do it. So
legendary.
you've picked up like crazy fast. But I
Thank
love
you.
that. I have a lot to learn from you ladies for sure. But you do definitely get that going out, or I don't know if you guys have ever had where you set a contract for payment in place. And I did have one guy, not so well, kind of recently in the last couple of years, I won't mention, which was a bit disappointing. And he's like, oh, I'm going to pay you lower. I'm like, no, that's not what we agreed on. Like you can't decide to change the price. And it was actually not a friend, but more of someone that referred me that I knew here, right? So normally you don't sign massive contracts, or you don't sign. I usually like signing contracts for everything. I don't care if you're a friend or not. But I do feel that I took someone's referral, and some of these guys will be like, oh, well, this is all I can pay you. Or, oh, it's going to be lower. I'm like, you can't decide payment will be lower after I spent my time driving here with my equipment and I'm playing and I'm working. No, and that's when confrontation sometimes kind of happens.
You don't make them pay you half up front?
Well, in this case, because it was kind of like a friend, like a DJ friend company referring me to another person, and it
Gotcha.
wasn't like super crazy high. So I was like, okay, let me, you know, it might have been a gym, or it might have, I mean, now some people may know, it might have been a gym, or it could have been an exercise place that was so low that, or if it's a friend that you're kind of doing a favor for, you wouldn't expect that, right?
Right.
Or the payments wouldn't come. But in normal events, I always get contract signed, and I always get the full amount before I press play. I tell them I need the full amount before I press play.
Excellent.
Because if you're a wedding photographer, they would give full payment. I don't think they would wait till the end. If you're
Right.
a caterer, if you're booking a venue, you would get full payment, right? So
Right.
I've learned to do that. But in situations where I've trusted other DJs that have referred me to other people, and it's maybe a bit lower, I trust that they're just going to pay, right? But yeah, you kind of live and you learn those
Yeah.
lessons, right?
And
So those are some
do
things.
when people do
Sorry?
try to like give you such a low, like more of a lower ball
Yeah.
price point for what you normally do, I have no problem letting them know, okay, that's fine. You might want to look somewhere else. Because I'm not going to lower my price. I have to take in consideration my skills, my equipment, my setup time, you know, everything. So don't feel afraid to say no, ladies. If
Yeah,
they want to lowball
100%.
you,
And
let them
now I'm
know.
saying no. Like it's
Keep
hard. It
looking.
is hard if you need to get some bookings and you're like, oh, I got it. I can use that, right? But you're right. You like don't, and even if people say you're too expensive, just be like, oh well, like I know DJs are charging well over $2,500 out here for a wedding. Like if it's too, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like if other DJ companies are doing that, you as an independent, especially as a woman, should be able to get the same amounts other people are charging too, right? Because it's your time, like you said.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just respect your boundaries. Know where you stand and don't waver from where you stand. You know,
Yeah.
have them respect you as well and where you are.
Very true. Yeah. So I got to move to the West Coast after this. We got DJ Dino vibes. Any challenges in real time or online? And what would you like to see change either on this platform or in general?
I honestly haven't seen any like challenges in real time. On Twitch as a platform, yes. I was part of a collective of DJs who only did dubstep music at, you know, when I first started on Twitch. And I wanted to do something different. I wanted to, you know, grow my skills and learn how to play other genres. And I got a lot of backlash for that from a lot of males and females on the platform. And I was like, I don't understand this, because as a streamer, as a DJ, like, don't you want to see everyone succeed? Because if you're succeeding and you're my homie, like, I'm at the end of the day, I'm succeeding because you're growing. Like, I'm proud of that. And then most recently, I actually did a dubstep stream, and I got a huge raid from like Lost Lands. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's a dubstep event, a festival, 3-day festival that happens in Ohio. I'm not a partner on Twitch, I'm just an affiliate. The first night of their like restream of the weekend, they raided me with like 1,000 people. And I had a bunch of people from that same community back when I, you know, started in dubstep hit me up and, you know, talk a lot of shit on me and be like, you know, you're not even a dubstep DJ, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And I was like, what? Like, why are you mad at someone else's success? Like, that's what I don't understand. So that's what I would like to see change in people. Like, just be happy that someone is doing what they want to do and that they're succeeding. It's not that hard.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And man, props. I wish I had sirens right now. Props to you guys. Props to you, Dina, Dino vibes, like well deserving of it. And yeah, and I think that's what branches you out as a DJ is really you know, doing stuff outside the box, right? Like now I'm getting into Latin house, I'm getting into deep house, like just different things that are different than
Yeah.
I would normally play.
I played
And
a whole DMB set the other day, and
yeah.
I was like, I don't ever do this. This is the
Yeah.
first one I've ever done. It just happened.
Exactly. And sometimes, unfortunately, it boils down to just jealousy. So I'm sure a lot would probably be sitting there like, what the heck? How come she, I've heard DJs on here be like, okay, why does this white guy, why is he killing it in the Jamaican community and has so many Caribbean people looking up to him when he's not even really from Jamaica, or he can't even really play the music I can? Like, I've heard crazy things, and I just feel like that's pure jealousy. So I'm glad that huge raid came in for you. We should be each other's cheerleaders, especially in this business, guys. And keep doing what you're doing and keep expanding and keep trying new things, right?
Exactly. That's how you grow as a DJ.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you know what?
absolutely.
People were watching. People were watching to raid into you. So it goes to show you don't know ever who's watching. And it could take that one open door, right? That
Yep.
someone sees something incredible in you, which they did. That's why they raided you with 1,000 people, right? So I'm sure a lot of those people are kind of speechless, like, oh, what can they say now, right? So keep going, keep going. Thanks for sharing. We got LABELLATINA as well. I know she's going to have some things to say. I'm excited to hear.
I do have a lot to say. I can't even believe DJ DINOVIBEZ. I just want to let you know that, like, everyone know, really, like, anytime anyone, something I say often is, whatever you hear about me, believe it. I don't care if it's positive or if it's negative. Believe it. Believe everything you hear, because if you hear from somebody that I suck and that guess what? They believe that I suck. They believe it, and it's based on their own kind of thing. Believe it. I am sorry that happened to you. And when I hear that kind of stuff, I always think like like the fact that you're no longer with those people makes me so happy, and I'm sure it was a very transitional moment for you, and it was probably very difficult for you to deal with. And you're like, why? But I'm this, why? If you could get out of ever wondering why anyone does the shit that they do, you don't need to understand that. You don't have to. Maybe choose actively not want to understand that. Because in understanding that, you're going to probably understand that the reason why that person's an asshole is because they've been treated poorly at some point in their life, and now they're going to be pushing their trauma onto you and to anyone that will receive it. You don't need to receive that. You could literally go whoop and walk away.
Bye. Yep. That's why earlier when you said about just like leaving negative energy behind and just like focusing on you, I was like, yep.
And don't spend much time talking about it or even worrying about it. Or, like, you could do this, like I'm saying, but I'm saying you don't need to be like, like, what the heck? Why did they do that? Who gives a shit? I don't fucking care. I'm not here to teach anyone any lesson. I am seriously here to do what I need to do, so.
But one thing I got to ask you is, how do you let that just roll off of you? Say if you're like a people pleaser, or like,
that's it right there.
This is just an open question. Like, how do you work on that for someone that might be a bit of a people pleaser or might actually care? Like, how do you work on that?
You stop being a people pleaser.
Exactly.
The only person, that's it. Stop right there. The person that you need to please is you. If once people talk to me poorly, I don't even listen, I wasn't always like this. Okay. I would engage. There have been tons of times in which I have engaged. I think I've just maxed out on my engagement at this point. I'm on an energy diet. I have, I currently, I left a group. I was invited to be a part of a group to like spice them up and whatever. And I did that. And then they still kind of, I didn't feel like it was collaborative. I felt like I was just kind of being used, to be honest, to some degree. And, but the person that talked to me really tried to like say some things and tried to be degrading to me. I can't even believe it. To me, of all the people in the world, I'm such a good person, but that's all it took. I was like, man, this person's talking to me like this. I can't even trust this person around anyone else then, because like, I don't know how they're going to talk to them. And I could handle it because I don't care about anybody else's opinion. So, but what if like my homegirl is over here and he says some shit to her? How's she going to take it? Now I got to talk this chick off the ledge because this guy is an asshole. Like, so then I just remove myself from like that space. So are there guys out there for sure that have treated me shitty? Sure, totally. But I like the truth always reveals themselves. And I'm also not shy about when people are assholes and people ask me what's the sitch with that guy. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened with that guy, and then you could judge for yourself if you want to kick it with them. That's
Yeah.
the way I look at it. I know my side of the street is always clean. Why do I know that? Because I'm always cleaning it.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to tell me what I got going on. So people hated on Kobe too, but guess what? He didn't suck. You're wrong when you say he sucks. You know? So I know what I do. I know what I put into this. Like, I know what I put into my day to day. And I know that DJing is this big a part of it. And so if you're online and you see me on Instagram and you see that I'm all DJing and you think it's this much of it, just so you know, you're literally seeing this much of it. Because I know what I'm doing. And so that's how I would say to somebody, if someone looks to you and says something bad, or they say you should be doing this or you should be doing that, and you should have, I had guys come up to me and do that. Like I had a guy one time scream at me that I sucked because I wouldn't blend the 2 fucking songs that he always blends at his sets. He always blends these 2 songs and they always sound dope. And my girlfriend's here right now, and she was here when it happened. And literally this guy came up to me and was like, I always blend these 2 songs together. They're dope. I always do it. You should do it. And I was like, that's great. I did not blend it into the song that he suggested because you go be mediocre somewhere else. How the hell do you go to a club too and mix the same 2 songs together all the time? Bro, how many times you gotta mix 2 songs before you know they're good? Like, get the fuck. I don't do that. I'm actually a good DJ. So I don't
say that back to him. Say that back to him.
I did say that back to him. And in fact, when he started telling me that I suck, I said, hey bro, I don't go to your job and kick dicks out of your mouth, man. So like, please don't come here and try to tell me how to mix.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had security kick him out. That's literally how I handled that situation.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
I think, again, removing people from your space, that's going to kill your vibe. I also light incense at every one of my fucking gigs for that reason.
Mm-hmm. Well,
do I have men? Are there men as a woman? Is it difficult? Yeah, I guess, but I walk through this earth very much believing that I'm doing the best that I can and that I'm a good person, and that's all I need. So people's dissatisfaction in me doesn't faze me at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that input. I think after this panel, like I said, I'm definitely moving to LA after. I'm gonna leave Toronto and I'm gonna hang out with you guys a little bit, But thanks, I appreciate it. And Lady G,
if any of you guys get bullied by anyone, fucking tag me on this show. Trust me.
Man, be a
Same, call me too.
Call me. I got you, girls. Like, don't let some bozo try to tell you how to live your life. Message me. I'll make you feel all right.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly. That's so true. So Lady G, any challenges in real time or online, like as a woman, and what change would you like to see on this platform or in general?
Whoa, that's a lot.
I know it's a lot.
I haven't had any real issues, I would say. Everybody's been so nice to me. Now that I've learned how to do better, playing music, I see that my channel is starting to grow. I do notice that a lot of times, I always felt this, that I have people watching me. I don't look to see who's watching, but it's just a feeling that I have that people are watching me. It's kind of strange, but for whatever reason, people could be lurking and working, or they just could be, like you said, you just never know who's watching. I feel someone's watching me all the time. I really do.
I feel like we got to play that song.
Yeah. I just know I feel y'all watching me. I feel it.
That's because they do. They do.
Yeah.
Like even with Facebook being quiet.
Yeah.
Like I've got 2 likes on Facebook in the past couple hours, and it's probably people from Twitch that jump on my Facebook page to bug me because I'm always whining. I'm like, no one says anything on Facebook ever. And then I was like, oh wow, I get all excited. Wow, we got 2 likes from Facebook. Yeah. And then I call out their names and I realize it's the names in the chat on Twitch.
Mhm.
They're just messing with me. It's other Twitchers. They'll just jump
Yeah.
on Facebook to mess with me.
Yeah.
But anyways, what my point is people watch, like, even though it's silent in different places. When I flew back to my home city, Winnipeg, I had a few guys come up to me. They're like, "Oh, hey," and they were talking to me like we were like best friends. And I'm thinking, I don't even remember you. I don't. They're like, "We watch your shows all the time online." I haven't seen these people in like 20, 30 years. I didn't even recognize them. So I was quite shocked to hear that, oh yeah, they're watching from Facebook. So even though it may feel silence, guys, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Mhm.
People are watching, you're right. And even if people are not interactive, like maybe on your show or maybe in the chat, or maybe you can't even see them lurking, like people are watching out there because you're in
Yeah.
front of the camera. They're watching your show. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that maybe, like sometimes I believe because of my age, they can see that I'm an older woman, that I'm not really interested in some things like some people are, I would say. I kind of do my own thing. I'm mature, age wise, mentally, I'm mature. So I just want to get on the camera and just have fun. People come in, they can see my energy. I play good music. I'm aware of that, and I just, that's all I really want to do. That's all I want to do is play good music and share with people the music that I love, the music that I try to bring back to life, because I do love the old school. Some of the old school artists are no longer here with us today. So I try to bring them back to the forefront. Like, don't forget these artists here because they had some amazing music to me, amazing. So that's something that I try to do on my channel, just bring forth those artists that are no longer with us, that provide us with so much good music, so much good music. But I haven't had any really bad experiences with anybody on Twitch. I mean, everybody's been so nice to me, and now that I see that my channel is growing, I'm meeting more and more nice people. So that's a blessing to me, because Lady G wasn't always right playing her music. I know it. I wasn't always right. Outside, I do have some outside gigs. Normally they know what they're getting when they hire me, but sometimes, I'll get, are you the DJ? I'm like, uh-huh. And I get such a thrill out of saying that because they don't know what to expect. But after my sets, I do get lots of compliments. They're surprised. And a lot of it is the music that I play. They're like, you play really good music. And I'm like, really, thank you so much for that. That means a lot to me. So my job is done. It doesn't matter about all the mechanics, but you have to blend them. Yeah, sure. But just knowing that I play good music just means a lot to me. So I'm good, on Twitch and off Twitch. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, and she gets down,
Yeah.
guys. You guys got to add her. She's got way more energy. I think I saw Bright Eye Sunflower in here. I don't know if she's still here. The one that does the splits on the wall and does an amazing show. Like, have you seen her show, Lady G, or any of you guys?
I have not seen her show. I think maybe like
you guys have to add her.
Yeah,
DJ
I'm gonna
CHYCH
follow
did.
everybody.
Yeah, you guys gotta add her because you have a lot in common, and your energy, is just unbelievable to me. I don't have that energy.
Honey, Flo, I gotta excuse myself. I have a doctor's appointment.
Oh shoot! Oh yes, I know. We're kind of over too. Okay.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I have to excuse myself.
You got to go. Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
I want to get to that question, but we're gonna have to do it another time. Okay, thanks for coming, DJ CHYCH. Make sure everyone adds DJ CHYCH in the room. She does an amazing show. Make sure you add her before she leaves. Thanks for coming as well.
Thanks, girl.
I know we're only on the fourth question here, but thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Yeah.
All right. Take care. Thank you for having me.
All right. Take care,
All right.
CHYCH. Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. See ya. Yeah. Oh, it's too bad. I wanted to get to one of her questions. If any of you guys got to leave, just let me know. I know we're a bit over, so we're definitely going to, wrap up soon. We definitely won't be able to get to even the 11 questions I had. I think we're on question 4, but that's okay. It's just questions to spark a conversation, basically. So sorry. So go ahead, Lady G, as well. Were you in the middle of saying anything else, or you're good?
I think I'm pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. You know, I just have fun. That's all. And I just try to put out positive energy on my shows. You'll see that when you see me stream. You'll see me sometimes, you know, when I'm really into a song, you can tell it because my energy will shift like, you know, like, and it sounds so good in my earpiece. I get off a whole different energy when it sounds so good to me. So,
Yeah,
but
you definitely
yeah,
have energy.
yeah. I just love music so much. That's
That's what I
great.
love, and it comes through, and I think that's why people
Mhm.
like watching you.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely keep that going. Oh shoot, I just realized we have a hype train, another hype train, guys.
Oh,
DJ Jen, thank you for the bits, and again for your support for all these panels. You guys, she's been helping me with questions, getting organized, and we started with one panel, and now we're doing 4 panels this month. So make sure you guys are adding her. Rising Queens is her brand and what she does, but she does so much more than that. And she's always supporting the women online and offline. She's got a lot of great ideas. So make sure you're adding DJ Jen. Rising Queens is her brand. So thank you again for those bits. We got Bobby Promo. Wow, Bobby Promo, another gifted sub. Fakna. We call him Fukna on the Honey Flow show. Fukna.
okay.
Um, well, his name really is Fakna, but I said I'm going to call him Fukna, like Father Damien. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to 5150, Steph. Appreciate it. Bobby Promo again with the sub. And then Fakna earlier, wow, with the 5 gifted subs. We're on level 1, 75% tilt with the bits. Thank you so much. I'm still trying to navigate all this. So I'm kind of speed talking, but thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. Father Damien. Father Damien. 5 gifted subs. What the heck? Oh my gosh. You guys, you guys, uh, you guys upgraded my jerk chicken to a steak dinner tonight. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Aw, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the love, you guys, coming through, supporting this show. Oh my gosh. Are you serious, Jangus? Jangus. 5 gifted subs. What is happening here? Oh my goodness, you guys. Wow, Jangus. Oh my gosh, you guys. Father Damien. Father Damien's done so much for me, guys. He's all these guys have a heart of gold in my room, honestly. But Father Damien ended up giving me an SB3 controller, and that meant so much to me. I don't even want to go into the story because that'll definitely make me cry. But like he gave me an SB3 controller, guys. And when I went to his place, his personal chef, because he's a priest on Twitch as well as doing a house show, and his personal chef made me like an actual dinner. Well, they have many times because I'm greedy with food, but like he made me a huge loaf of bread and he felt in his heart that that's what he should make for me. But they didn't realize that week was extra special for me because that was the week of my ex-boyfriend's passing. So oh gosh, now it's gonna get me emotional. So it was that week of my ex-boyfriend's passing, and that was a hard week for me. And when I was driving to his church, something just said, hey, I'm gonna bless you. Like something in my heart said, I'm gonna be blessed with something, right? And I don't think Father Damien knew how much that meant to me, but I was blessed with a DJ controller and like a huge big meal, right? So, oh gosh, now I'm going to be a hot mess on my own show. So anyways, I just it means a lot, and it means a lot the people that I've met here on Twitch, and it truly is like such a great community of people, strangers, but I don't feel like a lot of us are strangers. We're still getting to know each other. And that's why it was important for me to do these panels, to bring people and to bring women together and to honestly like have people connect more with each other that maybe wouldn't have connected on this platform or not, right? Especially with the ladies. So yeah, I just want to thank you. Thank you so much, Father Damien, Gunsman, for those bits. Level 4 Hype Train, Jangus, Father Damien, bless you. You rock, and I really appreciate your friendship. And yeah, and all you guys have such great hearts. So thank you so much for this hype train. Okay, I think I'm losing my thoughts right now. I don't even know who we're on. Who were we going?
I think it's Inch.
Okay, so we're on Inch. Okay,
It is I next. What? I can't even remember what the question was.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I'm kind of lost here because I just stumbled in my thoughts. So I apologize, you guys.
What was it? Was it?
It was any challenges in real time or online as a woman.
Thank you, Dino. But I'm sorry because in between I've had to deal with a work situation. So I'm like,
oh my gosh,
I'm already scatty, and then I'm just even worse.
Yeah, that's okay. And Struds told us like 50 million times to hydrate, so I think I need to take a drink. But yeah, cheers to you guys. Thank you guys for coming on. I really do appreciate it, and definitely all the love and the hype train and all you guys supporting. Really, bless up to all you guys. Really appreciate you guys. But yeah, Inch High, we're going back to Inch as well.
To be honest, most of it's been really positive on Twitch and Mixcloud. There was one really disappointing and shocking incident that still kind of hurts me today, which is my genres are really boogie and soul, like that. That's my heart. That's my passion. I do play house music and I'll play a little bit of hip hop and go into other bits and pieces, but boogie and soul is my thing. And so I was on a raid train and I was doing a boogie and soul set, and someone came into my channel and said, why is this white woman playing boogie and soul and misappropriating black culture? Because I had a black music t-shirt on. Now the significance of the t-shirt was Black Music is it was a magazine that was out in the 70s and 80s in the UK, and my friend had reproduced these t-shirts in homage to that magazine. But I just remember, but it just shocked me that someone would come on my channel and say that. And I actually did think, if I was a man, would that person have come on my channel and made those comments about misappropriation and the type of music that I'm playing? Like, number one, you don't even know me because I'm of mixed heritage. And then why shouldn't I have the freedom to play the music that I love and hits my heart and soul? And I grew up in London. Like, London's my hometown. We were very mixed. Mimi and I used to live like a couple of miles away from each other, and culturally everything was a blend. Everything was a blend, and we, people just lived. There wasn't like a black area or white area. We just lived together, and that, it just hurt, and it still hurts now actually, that someone would come and say that to me when I'm like, that's my love. Like, and you're telling me that I'm not allowed or I shouldn't be playing that music. And it just cut me deep, that one, really deep. And I did wonder, would they have said that if it was a man playing the music?
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, because I'm sure
it's hurtful. It was really hurtful, I have to say.
And people may not see, people look what they see on the outside, right? I'm mixed too. So I get it from a different perspective, but people perceive you, how you look, that you should be in this box, or you should be playing this, or you should do this, right? But they don't even know what your background is, So yeah, I could see that, but keep going and don't change anything about you, Inch, you're such a lovely,
No, I can only be myself, and that's the other thing about me. I can't play music that I don't dig. Like, I don't really dig rock music. I couldn't do a rock set, for instance, because it just is not me. So boogie and soul is where it's at for me. House music, that's my vibe, and I will continue to play that regardless of whoever thinks whatever they think I should be playing.
Exactly. And I mean, your show's rocking it, and and you give such awesome energy and positivity on your shows. That's why we love you. So keep rocking it. Don't listen to those crazy comments as well, too, right? So, and what about you, DJ Dino Vibes? Did we get to you too before Chych left? Oh, we did. Okay. Did I
I
miss
was
anyone?
up there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're up there. Now I'm getting confused.
I took
Okay.
Chych's spot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. I think we got everyone too. Now this is a good question I kind of had for you. I'm going to skip a few questions here. Um, this is kind of an honest question. I really wanted Chych here because she talked about it on her show, and it was too bad that she had to go. But I'm going to ask you guys: do you think women truly support each other? And if so, or if not, how can we stand in solidarity with each other a little bit more? TOSHABYSTARR, do you have any thoughts on that one?
I'm like in deep in mommy mode at the moment, but
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
I appreciate the ladies on Twitch that I've run into. I've had overall a lot of positive experiences on Twitch. And I could think of at least two ladies that have been really positive and supportive and helpful to me. I have a couple of mods, but my two lady mods, um, Lady LTU and Taste by Tosh, aka Miss Tenacious. I just want to shout them out because I appreciate I appreciate all of my mods, but I especially appreciate them because they're always they always make time to mod for me, and they always have the most supportive things to say to me. I will always talk about how sometimes I don't feel the best, and I question like what I'm gonna do with the stream sometimes, and they always have good feedback, and they're always pushing me to keep going. So I appreciate them so much. I appreciate you, Honey Flo. Like I said, I appreciate what you do. Excuse me. As far as raising awareness about the sex trafficking thing, I appreciate your energy and your positivity. And just shout out to you and hugs to you and all the ladies on the panel.
Thank
This
you.
is the little lady that I used to stream with. You didn't get to see her face, but I did stream with my daughter for a little bit.
She's so cute. How old are you?
4.
You're 4 years old? Wow. You look just as tall as I do. My goodness, 4 years old. Wow.
On the stream.
Yeah,
Right,
she's
okay.
so cute.
She identifies as a cat, so I'm gonna mute myself now.
Okay, no problem. What about Jackie Beats, DJ Jackie Beats?
Hi, can you repeat the question?
Okay, so do you feel that women support each other? And if so, or if not, how can we stand together, like to support each other a little bit more?
So far with my experiences, the women in the DJ community have been amazing. Great. I didn't really know a lot until maybe streaming on Twitch, and then I got to meet so many different amazing female DJs and see their background and who they really are as a person, and they are amazing. Again, like I worked with, my LA sisters over here, 5150 Steph, LABELLATINA. They've asked me to come and play at their own places and invited me into their homes and stream with them, and that is great community. Again, our mods too, Souls and Girls Rule, obviously, they have introduced me to other DJs and shout me out and give me such great support. So I think it's all positive. I love that we all, women coming together and bringing ourselves up and helping one another. And I just feel like that's amazing, and we should keep on doing that and supporting one another.
Awesome. Love that. What about you, DJ 5150 Steph?
Hi. I think there's plenty of women that support for sure that I have in my circle, and I enjoy supporting a lot of women. That's like my thing. I'm always about supporting others. But there's always the girls that are about their cliques. You know, if you don't fit there, whatever, you're not in their clique. All good. It doesn't bother me. That's how you do. That's not how I roll. So I don't lose no sleep over it. There's other people that don't support for whatever reason, but I'm really surrounded by a lot of people that do support. And I think it's because you get what you give. And I give out a lot of support. So I think it just comes right back, to me. The community, I think, feels that as well. And yeah, I don't think there's anything I could do or what anybody else could do differently. Just do you guys, and receive the support that you do get, and be as supportive as you can be of others, because you never know how much that support can mean to somebody. It might be a little thing that you're doing, but it might seem really big for them.
Yeah, 100%. That's so true. Hey, how you doing, Tweak? I saw you earlier. I haven't been checking the chat too much, but he said that you're great at empowering females and people. She put out a great dinner during NAMM. 25 people. Oh, you cooked them dinner? Wow, 25 people.
No, we did it like after NAMM. We all went to go eat and at a restaurant and just kind of put it together. And then I did the NAMM after party at the House of Blues. So then we went all over there together. But
that's dope.
Big up to music.
A says has opened her home. She has opened up her home to a lot of us music and DJ lovers to come and vibe with her and her husband. Thanks, Steph. Oh, that's awesome.
Big up to Andy. That's my
If you guys got any nice messages with some of the queens on here that definitely drop them in the chat, like for them. If they catch the replay, they could check them. It's always nice. I'm such a words person, so it's always nice, like having words that you could read, right? So if they catch the replay and they're missing it now, all the chat. So if you guys watch their shows, you appreciate their shows, drop it in the chat, some comments about these women, because I know there's various people here, and so drop some comments that watch all these shows, right? Their shows. So drop some nice comments for everyone here. All right. So what about LA Bellantini?
I forgot the question. I just had a mind fart.
Oh, that's okay. Do you feel that like women support each other? And if so, or if not, how can we stand in solidarity with each other like a little bit more?
Yeah, I have been very supported by men and women. I just that's just always been the case with me. Again, like I make it a very strong point to hang out with only people who support me. So I have been supported. One thing that I would like to see change, for sure, is I know that there are a lot of women advocate groups in DJing that say they're about community but don't have any actual evidence. So my personal job is to collect evidence. That's, I think, probably why I'm relatively confident, is because I have enough evidence that supports my confidence, so, and my ability to do what I say I can do. So I feel like I certainly know that there are a lot of organizations who take advantage, or maybe like they know they have like a women kind of thing, and they're like, oh, I'm pro, we're all women and we could run it all by pro women, but we're also running it with a patriarchal corporate way of running things. I think a lot of times there are really amazing women who are empowering and who have a platform, but they still use tactics that are used by white men to hold over us, and I have to make sure I make a distinction that is what it is, because I think a lot of that kind of superiority is rooted in a form of like white superiority, right? And so it's like my job in my personal life is to like I work on decolonizing a lot of like my practices so that I could be more connected to earth and more connected to like my natural state. And so I think there are a lot of opportunities that we can be taking advantage of and actively supporting as people that we are, and not as like a corporation or as a company or as a, you know what I mean? But it's like, how do we support one another effectively without being cliquey and really making it about the issues? Like, who's aligned with me? I don't go around to different groups and try to ask them to allow me to be in their group. I have a group of my own, and it's not even a real group. I have VV tattooed on my hand because I at one point had a wine group. You know what I mean? And we all got tattoos on our hands. So it's like, I think that we could do a much better job of actually, if we are going to be talking about supporting women, that we maybe just like don't talk about supporting women, but actually do the supporting of women. You know what I mean? Like, have evidence that shows you have helped people, not because it benefited you to help them, but because it benefited that, like, those people to be helped, you know? And I am not a clout chaser, and I could, you could tell when like some organizations like only, I know me personally, I know there's some people that have hit me up that want me to like do stuff for them now that I'm a little bit more popular to them, you know? And so I like to stick with the people that have been supporting me from the jump, even when I wasn't very popular or articulate or anything. And maybe I'm not any of those things now, and maybe that's why they're not supporting me. But I wouldn't have time to even think about that, because I do spend a lot of my time being a supporter of women and an advocate for people who maybe don't have the resources that I do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that definitely makes sense for sure. I know Jen says be actionable as well. DJ LaFemme the Gem agrees. She says true indeed. Joe So Fab says speak, sis. So yeah, no, that's interesting. That's an interesting perspective for sure. I'm thinking of, because you're right. Like, I never saw it that way, but there could be people out there that do capitalize on, an opportunity, right? To either grow themselves or an opportunity to say, hey, I'm doing this, right? The first time I really realized that was when I started trying to find human trafficking organizations. And then when I finally found a grassroots one, and it took so long, I couldn't believe the amount of like lashback I was getting, because I called this lady in Parliament, and I thought she was all about women and all about helping, because she's helped like 7,000 survivors through the RCMP and Air Canada, so it was a big deal talking to her. But the attitude was so ugly, and I couldn't figure out. As soon as she found out I wasn't fundraising for her, right? Like, it just switched. It just turned very quickly, and I was like, I'm so confused by this right now. I'm so shocked. And I was almost going to have her on my show, but I guess she thought I was CBC, and obviously I'm Twitch. I'm not, if you guys know CBC or Global, I'm not like a big news network out here. And I guess that's who she thought she was talking to. And I'm just like, little me on Twitch, But the attitude was really ugly. And when I called the grassroots organization I did fundraise for, she's amazing. She goes, unfortunately, a lot of organizations are more about money. And even though they're helping survivors or helping women, they're more about the money than they are about actually doing the grassroots and the work. So I guess the reason why I'm bringing this all up is because you just sparked in my brain kind of that thought about being more actionable, and like, it's not about, you got to research the company and see what they're doing and their fruits of a person, right? To see if, are they actually true, what they stand for with women, or are they not? So yeah, you raised some good points.
I think allowing for things to change too, like someone that you liked at one point because they represent A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it aligns with your values. And then you could revisit that relationship at some point in your life and just be like, hey, you know what? We actually aren't that aligned now that we've kind of cleared through some of this stuff. Like, I realize that at this moment where we've grown, because everyone evolves, right? So it's like, we might not be aligned. So maybe now is not the time to be supportive, and, just not, like, I think that's like allowing for things to change and for things to you see like how if people are going to only want you because of what you do for them, then, is that a relationship that you want to keep giving into? And we know that you can't be pouring into relationships like that because they're just ultimately going to drain you. Maybe you don't feel it now, but you will. And so we know all these things now, and think we could really be effective in the way that we communicate with one another, keeping it real with one another, not like feeling like I said, even this chat, like it's like trips me out. Like if I could break down some of the things that people say, like there's like a lot of times like I've heard, I hear people say like, oh well, people like when like I've heard you guys say like, oh, when I walk in, I know that they're looking at me or they're feeling this way and all that. None of that's real. Like none of that is actually real unless they come up to you and say that. It's not actually real. And I try to like look into myself and go, what is it about me that makes me think that anyone's even caring about me? And I think about that even in the positive. Like I don't think that anyone's like that I'm like people are thinking about me day and night like, oh my god, she's the best or she's the worst. Either one. Like I don't think anyone's thinking about me. I think we all have like our own lives, and I think the faster that we could accept that we're all individuals and that we do things different, that you are yours, who you are, and I am who I am, and that we're two totally different people, I think the better we could all get along and the better we could all support one another,
Yeah, so true. Yeah, I like that definitely. And Lady G, do you think women support one another? And
I
if
think
not, or if so, how can we do that a little bit more?
I think
And I'm only
so.
focusing it around women right now because, of course, we know the men support the men. There's a
Yeah.
lot of men that do support our shows as well,
Mhm.
right? But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just focusing a little bit more questions around this month on the ladies. Yeah.
I do think for the most part on Twitch that we do. But then I think there's another side to it. I think as women by nature, we can fall into that gossip thing, the backbiting thing, the jealousy thing, and the talk thing. And I think there's a small part of it, but I think that it does exist. I'm not a part of that. I'm too old. But when I see yourself doing a panel like this, like some of these DJ streamers I've never seen before. And I think just by shining the light and giving us a platform to share who we are, what we do, I think that's a great start. I will be following these ladies, the ones that I don't already follow. And I will check you out. And I promise you I will, because Lady G, she does what she says she's going to do. It's been a pleasure meeting you ladies. You're awesome in your own right, each of you. Bellatini, I love you. I don't know you really, but I love you.
Thanks.
You said some things that I wish I could say, or what I'd be thinking, but I probably won't say it. But I appreciate your honesty, for real. You had me dying out laughing here.
I don't know if that's a compliment though. I don't. Maybe I should be quiet more often, but
No,
I'm
no,
not,
no.
No,
I
you should
love
be
it.
quiet. No,
I
yeah,
love
you're
it.
definitely giving some food for thought, right? And you're honest,
Yeah,
which I love. That's good. Yeah.
Well, like
yeah.
my thing is too is like honestly, I've worked like I said, I did film and TV for the first 20 years of my life, So it's like I've worked in that's a pretty major, thing. So it's like doing that and then doing it the way I'm supposed to be doing it didn't get me
Mm,
where I'm at,
right.
Like
Thank you.
so I
Mhm.
know that like now that I DJ more and I do more live community events and like clubs and stuff like that, like now that I like my brand is like actually more prominent now than,
Mhm.
anyway, now I have to really be mindful about that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, like I have to do this. If this is me, then it has to be my own. And I know that I was very unhappy emotionally and just spiritually working in film and television because of it is such a cutthroat industry, and I wasn't being true to myself during that process. So even though I am successful in that industry, I knew that in DJing I wanted to do a different thing. I wanted it to be my own. Like I made it like, this is my brand. This is how I am. This is how I represent myself. And no one can tell me how to do it. And I have been more effective. So if I could give anyone any advice, if there's anybody younger, older, anybody, I just, like I went, I don't believe in time. So, but it's like, make it about you, and like trying to please other people and trying to, you know, like fit into, like, that's never going to work. But the more that you like focus on yourself, and like, so that's with the DJing, I have to do what I want because it's mine, you know?
Yeah, I can say that honestly, I'm a people pleaser, you know, by nature. And it's, I told someone it's like it's a gift and a curse at the same time. You know, you can't please everyone. You got to take care of yourself, do what's best for you, you know, because some people, you know, I don't know, you know, I'm not used to this. So I have to develop my own and just believe in myself more and just stop trying to please more, you know, which is a hard thing to do, not only on Twitch, but just in your personal life. You know, take care of yourself, you know, basically is what I'm saying here. So, yeah.
I second
Just
that.
ask yourself the question. Anytime you're ever in a room and you're like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Ask, like, really think about it. Think about like, oh, I just did this wrong. Or if you did do this wrong, oh my God. Anytime you think outside of yourself, you're already thinking way too far out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about anyone else. Like, just, you guys make, like, if you guys leave here with knowing one thing, please know that you will be treated the way you feel about yourself. So if you feel like you're being treated poorly and you don't like it, you need to leave. And then if you carry it past you, then there's something inside of you that you do believe that negative, right? And so I really want us to, like, it's not about other people like that. It's about you being yourself, and the fact that you connect with other people is the magic, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. And so instead, I don't really pat myself on the back too much about like how I'm always connecting with people, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I feel like Chris Rock, like, you're supposed to feed your kids, like, you know, that's like, you know. So I feel like I think we could all just be a little bit gentler on ourselves. I know that's something I've picked up out of this thing. It's like, man, you guys could really be a lot softer on yourselves and, like, you know, stop thinking about anyone outside of yourself. Like, please.
Brittany always ready says, LA Bellatini, please adopt me. Glenda is like hitting the truth. DJ Jen's like, I'm listening. Is it Marak? I'm saying that wrong, I think. Says coins have two sides, flip it. Yeah, lots of comments going up for sure for you. You're gonna have to read them after. So it looks like you're on to something, Bellantini. Like, definitely for what your next steps are. You're definitely getting confirmation in this room right now. So I see it being very successful for you. So definitely keep at it and definitely do it. Lady G, I mentioned, I can definitely relate to you. It stems from a lot of different things. People pleasing could be our backgrounds, could be our past, could be how we grew up. Could be even coming from a dysfunctional environment, could be coming from a controlled environment. There's so many different things that that I've learned. Actually, I could try to send you some stuff that I found out recently about people pleasing, right? And it was very interesting to me, because we all got something to work on. Every single one of us in this room. You know, we all have something to work on, and I can feel you on that, because I'm kind of a softie and a little bit like that too. But that's not always good if you have no boundaries in place and you're trying to please and do things, you know, but you're not. You got to do it for yourself too. So, but
can I add on that?
Talk. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure.
I've always been a people pleaser. It's just kind of me, what I've always used to be like. But I've learned to have boundaries on my energy, because as people pleasers, we expel out so much energy for others and we neglect ourselves. And really, if we learn to is not saying not care about others, because we're always going to naturally care about others since we have that in us naturally. So yes, continue to keep doing that, but we don't have to go so much above and beyond. We don't have to put so much energy. And if you're in a relationship too, in any relationship, friendship, any kind of relationship, don't be always the one giving out so much energy on always calling them, calling them, calling them. Let them reciprocate that back. You know, again, that's part of having boundaries on your energy too. So, you know, as a people pleaser, we still can be, but like not like try to please yourself. You're the first person to please. Please yourself. Do you really want to go do that for your, like, do you really need to go do that because you said you'll do it because your friend needs somebody to do it? You don't necessarily have to. If you didn't feel like you wanted to, you don't feel like you're obligated to, because as a people pleaser, we would feel like obligated to do it for our friend, right? But or at least try to help out. See if you can get somebody else to do it if you can't do it. But
I
anyway,
would challenge all of you guys, and myself too. This is what I do. I challenge this: stop using labels that you associate with a negative side of your personality. So even like identifying as a people pleaser is perpetuating some of the things. So while learning about people pleasing could help you, I don't spend any energy learning about something that I don't like about something I might do. Instead, I actively just don't do that. Like, okay,
right.
I know that I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not a people pleaser, clearly, but I can understand as I surround myself with a lot of people pleasers because I could, you know, I try, like Steph and I have talked about this a bunch of times, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I try to talk to her as Steph. I'm the biggest love bully that exists. Like, I will literally be like, "What? You think this about you? Like, why did you think that?" I'm not even going to allow that to happen. You cannot even allow to talk poorly about yourself around me. It hurts me to hear you speak poorly about my friend. You know, that's how I see it.
So yeah, and that's how you, and on that's how she sees it. And like how Honey Flow, you see it as you're getting knowledge to understand why that is and blah blah blah. But you're on a road of, hey, I want to understand and let me grasp it this way. This is your way of trying to grasp that information for you to grow and evolve from
Yeah,
that,
for
right?
sure. 100%.
And
100%.
and then if you can resonate with Isabel Bellantini, where she's like, you know what, I don't even have room for that. If that works for you, and you could try to like resonate with that, dude, grab it, run with it, try to, and if not, try to do the other way of learning, you educating yourself and evolving, and then have boundaries.
Yeah,
Well, there's no like one or the other. You do both
Well,
all the time.
Well,
We all do both.
we're
Yeah.
all different. We all come from different backgrounds, so we can't just do like exactly maybe the way somebody else does it and works for them, right? Because maybe their programming thought wise is differently than the way it works for you or maybe others.
yeah,
That's how
I
I see it.
yeah, I kind of agree with that one with Steph for sure. DJ Hot Atlanta, I hear both sides. I definitely can see both
Yeah,
ways.
I do.
Words you speak.
I want to make sure it's very clear. I don't think there's two sides to this. I think it's like the same side. I don't
And
think
that's
there's
cool.
my
Like
way
that,
or everyone's way. Okay, guys? I want to
right.
make sure it's super clear.
And that's
They all
so
work
cool about you.
together.
You can have that. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's why we're so definitely different. DJ Hotlanta says people pleasing always starts off as a defense mechanism. It's survival. Interesting. There's another comment here I saw I found interesting here. Ida or Edak. I feel like I always say your name wrong. Edak Best says, right, early life trauma, people pleasing was a way to create safety. Interesting. So yeah, people definitely have different perspectives for sure. So we're going to go on to, I don't know if Inch is busy, she's probably busy with work too. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I know I can talk, we can definitely go on for another 5 hours, but I will definitely start wrapping it up soon because I know you guys were already over. And I thank you guys for sticking around this long too. Dino Vibes, we'll go to you. I don't think we got to you yet, right? Because I think
No.
Yeah. So I was going to ask if you think, I think we're still on that question. Do women support each other? And if not, or if so, how can we stand more together to support each other more?
I definitely think women support each other. I think more so in a male-dominated field, with, you know, things like this. I've been on countless raid trains that are just, you know, all females. But I also think that just as DJs, if we, you know, take being a female out of it, I think we all just support each other regardless of the fact. Yeah, you can say that there are some males who don't support other females, but we're that's going to be more prominent because we're in a male dominated field. So there's always going to be more potential for negativity from the higher group of people. So when it comes down to it, I think women do support each other, but I don't think it's because like we have to, it's we want to, but we also are in this male dominated field, and so we don't just support each other as females, but we support everyone in the field.
All right. Yeah, no, that definitely sounds great. That's a good answer. So I'm just wondering also, do you guys have any advice now that you mentioned, of course, this is a male dominated field? Maybe we could start back with you, DJ DINOVIBEZ. Do you have any advice for women who actually want to work in any male dominated field? It's almost like I said in the first panel, it's like jumping on a basketball court. I won't go into my whole ball story because it went really, really far left when I was trying to explain myself the first panel. If you guys saw it, you guys will be cracking up in stitches. I'm not even going to go there anymore because it was a crazy ball story. But anyways, that's how I related it. It's like going on a basketball court filled with guys and you know you're not going to get picked for the team. So then you quickly do layups like I did, you know, dribbling around all these guys, getting your shots. Getting your shots in, right? And them missing all their shots. Sorry, fellas. And then you walking out because you know that they're either A, going to ignore you, or B, you're not going to get picked for the team. Even though you know you're good, you deserve a spot, right? And that happened to me like every week when I went to the gym, except this one time. This guy noticed me and he's like, "Hey, where are you going? You're like my first round pick. Why are you walking away?" And that made my day so like I was gleaming and I made sure we won the game. Like I would literally take the basketball and like shove it right at someone's stomach and then go up for a jump shot. So people would be laughing because you see like a 5-footer, like really aggressive on the basketball court. Yeah, that was me. But anyways, that's how it is that's how I can relate it to maybe DJing. There's a lot of female streamers online. There's hundreds I've contacted, but there's very few. If we go city to city, I don't know how many you guys could count, but I know in Toronto I could count definitely less than 10 females that I've tried digging for in my own city. So city to city, you see it less and less, and being in a male dominated field. So what advice would you give a woman who wants to work in either this field as a DJ or just like streaming or just in a male dominated field? What advice would you give?
It's funny that you bring up basketball. I actually grew up not playing basketball, but I grew up playing a bunch of sports. I was always the tomboy, so I was always hanging around with the guys. So for me, being in a male dominated field really isn't like uncomfortable. I'm just kind of like used to being one of the guys. But I think as a female, just knowing your worth and knowing how good you are, there have been times where I've gone out on the football field and people have looked at me and been like, "Yeah, okay, whatever," and then I moss them for a touchdown, or I break their ankles on a route, and I don't have to say anything. I just let my work prove my worth, and I think that as a female, that's one of the best ways that you could go into a male dominated field. Just know your worth and know that what you can do and what you're capable of.
All right, awesome. I love that. What about you, DJ 5150?
Oh, I'm so glad you came to me because I'm actually going to have to leave right after this.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, we're going to wrap up too.
I relate to DINOVIBEZ as well. I grew up as a tomboy as well. I competed in surfing, and that was an all-boys division. They didn't have girls divisions back then. And I was on an all-boys water polo team. I got MVP. You just have to work freaking double hard. If you want it, You work hard enough to get it. And if you're in a field that is predominantly boys, like example, boys water polo team, it's aggressive. Don't cry. If you're going to be the girl that's going to cry over that kind of aggressiveness or like that kind of physicalness, that's not for you. Just don't even do it. That's not for you. But you know what? If something is for you and it's a boys to whatever dominant thing and you want to do it, you're capable of doing it. There's no really boys anything. It's, hey, you want it? Go get it. Go do it. And work double hard because you will be noticed. Your work will pay off. And it's always paid off, you know, as long as you put in the effort, be consistent, put in the time, go support others, show up, you know, and support others as well. Even if it's whatever dominant it is, boys, girls, if you want to do it, get in it and support and work double harder than you normally would to get what you need or want.
Awesome. I love that. And you said that you got to get going too. I know we're going to wrap it up, guys, but pretty soon as well. Do you want to just let people know your shows and what time you're on? I should have done that with DJCHYCH as well.
Okay.
When they can check you and expect you before you get going too?
Sure. I stream Monday through Wednesday on my channel at DJ5150 Steph, 8 p.m. PST. I do about 2 to 3 pop-ups during the week as well. So technically I'm on about 5 times a week on Twitch, but for sure Monday through Wednesday, 8 p.m. PST. Tune in on my channel. Hope to see you there. Also come follow me on IG. That one's different. That one's 5150 Stephanie Z. I hope to see you guys soon in my chat. And blessings to you, DJ Honeyflow.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Blessings to you, LABELLATINA, 5150 Clip Fan, Jackie Beats, my girl, Lady G, big ups. TOSHABYSTARR, I'm following you now. DINOVIBEZ. I already follow you, but I'm going to be tapping into your channels more often. And NCHY73, I followed all you ladies. Thank you for having me part of this panel. Much love to everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate you. Salute you. Make sure everyone in the room is adding DJ5150 Steph. She's killing it on Twitch. And if you don't add her, I'll find you all on Instagram. I'll find you all. No, just kidding. Make sure you guys
have many blessings. Thank you.
Yeah, blessings to you too. All right, take care. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that was DJ 5150 Steph. Make sure you guys are adding her. Is there anyone else that actually just wants to jump in with that question? We don't if no one really has anything to say about it, it's okay. But if anyone just wants to jump in, that would be fine too.
Yeah, I'll say something.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be short. I would just say, just go in there with your head up and just know that you deserve to be there. Someone hired you to be there. So just go, just do it. Just do it. And just have the confidence to know that you can do this job. You know, just have the confidence. You know, I'm still building my own, but I just know that's what you have to do in a male-dominated field. You know, stay focused. You got this. Don't worry about the noise on the outside, and you'll be surprised what blessings may come after that. So that's my advice.
All right. Great. Yeah. Great advice for anyone that wants to do something and jump in. What about you, Tasha?
You know, I always take from my own personal experiences when I say things in my stream, and I know for a fact that life is really short, and I would much rather be spend my life trying to pursue my happiness and my goals than get to the end of my life and realize I never tried. So when I keep that in perspective, I don't really care about what anybody else says or thinks of me, because their opinions don't matter, you know. And like I said, life is very short. So take advantage of it, and don't wait until you just get to a place where you stop caring because something maybe catastrophic happens to you, like really take advantage of each day, each connection that you make with people.
Yeah. Wow. So true. I agree. I got to throw up some hearts, you guys. I can't do a heart with my fingers very well. There we go. It's a lopsided heart. Throw up some hearts in the chat, you guys. Throw up some hearts for everyone on this panel. Tasha as well. Great answer. Does anyone else want to jump in with that one, or we kind of good with that question?
I'm going to just say one thing and then we could go to for any woman, anybody trying to get a job, just go show up and be friends with the people that are running the party. That's it. Just show up, be useful. When you get there, be the person that's left the party, make it fun, become friends with them. They'll book you. I know, because that's how I got most of my gigs. I've been friends with most of them, and that's how I got them. And that's how a lot of people get gigs through me. Like, if you're never been to a party, and you're like, but I really want to DJ there, and it's because there's a ton of people there, you should probably go first before, because otherwise you're being led by your ego, and I don't think that that's going to lead you where you want to go. So I'd say just go to the party, become friends with people, be nice, be a friendly person. That's how it works.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good. Okay, I'm going to definitely, sorry, I'm seeing all your private messages now. I'm missing a lot. All right, so we're definitely going to wrap this up. Was there anyone else that wanted to jump in so I don't miss anyone, or are we good? Or do we
I'll jump in. Like Steph and Dino Vibes. I'm a tomboy. Grew up with two brothers. My dad. Being in the male industry, it is tough. And like I said in the past, my dad didn't want me to DJ. He did bring it up a lot that, girls don't really do this. It's more guys. And he really tried to push my brothers to DJ. And so it kind of hurt me a little bit. So, but I kept going for it. I kept, please teach me. I want to play. I love music. And he finally gave in, and he was like, okay, like, come on, like, I'll teach you. And it just built from there. And it is intimidating. It is scary. You just have to block out the noise. And if you really love music, you're going to go out there and do it. So that's my advice.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, sounds good. So I want to thank you. I don't know if Inch High is still with us. I think she's busy with work right now, or probably sleeping. So I just want to make sure you guys add everyone on this panel. Don't leave without adding them. And we're definitely going to rate out. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. I know it went a little bit longer than expected, 3 hours and 20 minutes. And thank you again, DJ Diamond Lee. Oh, I just saw this now. That was 18 minutes ago for the subscription resub. Appreciate you, Diamond Lee, with the bits. Gunsman. Thank you guys for the hype trains and everything, but especially the ladies. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys will connect, a lot more after this, on your shows. And I really appreciate all you guys coming on today as well. So we didn't get to all the questions, but that's okay. But I really do appreciate it. You guys sticking around for so long. I think we're going to raid into short staff. But before we go, can you guys, if you want to quickly mention your shows when you're on, like when you're on next and your times, that would be good so people know them. So Tasha, we could definitely start with you as well.
Okay, so I do a lot of pop-ups during the week. I'm on the East Coast, so you might be able to catch me 9 a.m. Eastern. But excuse me, I do a show called FUPA Friday on Friday mornings. Again, 9 a.m. Eastern, where we talk about body positivity. And that's my air fryer. Sorry, mental health and look, it's dinner time for the little one. So we talk about mental health. I'm always painting in my streams. So and then I do something. My pizza. Yes, thank you, Shani. We do something Saturday evenings. Taste by Tosh, Dream Citadel, and I. We call ourselves the Criaso. It's a evening of creativity. Taste by Tosh. She is the culinary portion of the stream. I do art. Dream Citadel does music. And we do that starting 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So, and that's Saturday evenings.
All right, awesome. So make sure you guys add Tasha Starr. It is really an amazing show and it's very unique. And then there's also DJ Jackie Beats that does a unique show, only daughter and father duo that I've seen on Twitch. So why don't you let them know when you're on and your shows too?
Yeah, I usually play on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Tuesday with Tony Valera on The Mix. This Wednesday, I'm actually going to show up with DT Gems Live for the Fab Four. And then on Friday, I'm going to mix with the Vibing Out Fridays with Eddie OG. And sometimes I try to pop in as much as I can, but it's really tough. But I will be streaming with those guys, with everybody vibing out. And on my Instagram, it is different from our Twitch. My Instagram is DJJackie_beats. So please give me a follow and I appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Okay, and DJ Dino Vibes?
I will be live tomorrow. Oh, now I'm down here.
Yeah.
I will be live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for Ladies Night, hosted by me and Tycho Bay. I also do pop-ups on Friday and Saturday, usually around 8 p.m. Pacific. And then on Sundays, I close out R&B on a Sunday, hosted by a DJ called Quest, usually around anywhere between 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay, awesome. And make sure you guys are adding DJCHYCH from Toronto that had to leave earlier. We have Inch High 73. She had to leave as well. And 5150 Steph, DJ 5150 Steph from LA. She had to go as well. And then we got LADEEGEE. Oh, you're on mute.
Okay, thank you. My next stream is Wednesday. I do that every Wednesday. I call it Work and Lurk. So I try to create a vibe for all my workers and lurkers. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. You may get R&B, you may get pop, you might get disco, you might get funk. It's just whatever I feel like streaming. After that, I'll be on the last train to Friday on this Thursday. And on the 24th, I'll be on the Jazz for That Ass raid train. I'm looking forward to that one. I always love that. So LADEEGEE plays a variety of type music, but I definitely will be on every Wednesday. That is my own stream. The rest are raid trains for now.
Okay, awesome. And then we got LABELLATINA.
I'm so bummed that I didn't come up with the name Jazz for That Ass because that's like one of the best names I've ever heard. I'm usually on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays with the Mix Show with Tony Valera, and I usually just do Tuesdays and Thursdays with them, and then on Sundays I have Sunday Sounds with the Selector's Choice crew and Buddy Show, and it's just whatever time of the day. But if you're in LA, I am in LA. I've got a weekly I've got this week, just to give you an idea. You can follow me on Instagram, and if you follow me on Instagram or Twitch and you want me to follow you back, please message me because I don't look at that stuff. So unless you message me, you say, "Hey, I saw you here and you said to follow me back," then I'll follow you back. But Monday, Tuesday, I'm at La Cita this week, which is a club out here. And Thursday, I'm at my weekly residency in the Rio Room at the Stowaway, also in downtown. And then this Saturday, I'm with XL Middleton and Zachy Force Funk and Monica. I'll be DJing for them because they have an album release and all these things. So I'm on their lineup. And I have some other ones too this week, but I can't remember right now. But I'm literally about to post it on my Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, every week I post all my stuff, and every day I post wherever I'm at. And I DJ about 3 to 5 times a week in LA. So come out.
Amazing. Okay, so we were going to raid into someone, but someone's just Jen's just messaging me. I don't know if you guys got 5 more minutes or if you guys got to go. But we're going to raid into someone that does do host a lot of female. She's doing a lot of raids this month for International Women's Month, Selectress Mistress Kush. So I'm just waiting until she gets on. I told her she needs to get on like now because we're on our way out. But yeah, she does a lot of hosting for International Women's Month, and also DJ Jen does a lot for the ladies as well. Okay, I know Bellantini's got to leave too. Okay, no problem.
I'm actually waving to Space Jam, and I realize why would he think I'm waving to them?
You're waving.
I'm just saying. But I do have to go, but I was like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, wait, I should get on the chat. I try not to be on the phone whenever I'm on a panel or something. So, but I do have to go because I have
it's
some stuff I got to do.
Definitely, and it's 3.5 hours. So
I know, Honeyflow, I'm so stoked about this for you. I'm glad that you did this. If you want to like ever collaborate or talk, or even if anybody ever has any questions about like how they could do something a little different, if you see anything that I do that you want to know how to do it, I will tell you how to do it. It's really not that difficult to teach people. So I'm here for you, for anybody. Like honestly, I want to be sure that if I can empower you guys, like I'm available for that. So
yeah,
I appreciate you
that.
really.
Yeah, so do I. I appreciate that. And that's one thing we did with the first panel was try to link women together, and now they're all strategizing and saying, hey, why don't we do, because some of them travel international. Some of them are doing gigs in Puerto Rico and like all over the place, right? And they said, why don't we come up with like maybe an all female showcase and do it city to city like Chanel B. She's doing that city to city now with everyone, all the DJs, right?
I mean, connect them with me because I'm trying to do I'm going to be doing a Germany tour in a couple months, and but it's like some of the people that I met were via online, like this. So it's like I think like I said, I DJ 3 to 5 times a week here in LA. If you're a traveling DJ, you're from somewhere else. If you guys, it's like almost like couch surfing, like gig surfing instead. You know what I mean? You could gig with me, and then I'll gig with you whenever I go there.
Yeah, for sure. And and definitely feel free, you guys, to like connect with one another. And we each have ideas and things that we could all bring to the table to help one another. So I'm talking in the first group about that. Like some are good at doing graphics, some are good at doing websites, or how to build contracts, or like how to approach to get gigs, like just different things that we could pool our ideas together to make it work city to city, right? So we could definitely do that. Okay, so I don't see her on. I'm still trying to look for her, but I don't see her on right now. So I think we're gonna just go to. Oh wait. Oh shoot, we got Jen here too.
I think we're gonna just.
Hey, Jen, are you there?
Wait.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Hold on. Let me change my mic.
Oh, I hear your TV. Can you turn off the TV thing? Oh,
I am going to take off though. Okay, guys.
Take off. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Connect. See you guys.
Make sure you guys
Bye,
are adding her.
Good to see you.
Make sure you're adding her, you guys. Okay. Thanks for coming through. All right, Jen, we got to raid out. It's like 3.5 hours. So definitely probably going to raid out. They've been nice enough to stick around with me. But is there anything you want to say too? Because you are doing the Rising Queens thing. Oh, your mic is off. Your mic is off. Oh, I think she's putting it on. So sorry, guys. We're going to be just like a minute here. And I'm going to see. I think she's just trying to get that ready. Yeah. Oh, your mic is off still.
Could you guys
okay, there we go.
Hi.
Yeah, we could hear you.
Everyone, for joining Honey Flow. I just finished work with the kids. For those who know how to teach. So from home remotely. And nice meeting you all. Lady G, I did catch a few of your shows. I have to catch a lot of your others. I did catch some of your art shows too, Tasha, as well. And actually we should talk some art. I have some art things going on lately that I need to kind of venture into. But I want to say great conversation, great vibes, great energy. I was sitting here I even told my students, I'm like, oh, you should hear what they're talking about. Like as I'm listening to what's going on. And it really was amazing to see a group of women come together and talk about their experience as DJs and more. And also share just knowledge. There's a lot that I feel like we could all share as women on this platform to grow and elevate. And I feel like that's the key to rise through everything that we experience. So I just want to come on and say that.
Yeah, for sure. And feel free to mention what you do for Rising Queens, because we are hosting her as a brand before we raid out. Is Selectress coming on? Because we were gonna.
Yeah, she'll
try to
be
raid-
on in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I don't see her, and I know we gotta
If
kind of
not,
like.
we can run right into short staff. That's not an issue.
Yeah, we might have to do that because they've. I don't want to hold them too long. They've been 3.5 hours with me. So
Yeah, I was shocked that you actually went that long. I was like, she's still standing, but it's
Well,
okay. I just taught a 2.5 hour class. So I was with you.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it would be 3.5 hours. We only got through like 7 or 8 questions, guys? So we definitely didn't get through, but it was good. It was a great discussion too. So I think we are going to have to raid into yeah, she says she's going to come on in 15 minutes. It's good. We got to definitely raid out. But before we do you want to just mention quickly what you do with Rising Queens too for everyone?
So Rising Queens was a raid I created back in I think 2021. At the time, I just wanted to showcase women more on raids because I didn't see that really happening on the platform back then. And that came about just for that reason. I wanted to be featured on a raid and felt like I had to jump through hoops to kind of get there. So ever since then, I used to do it monthly, and then of course the real world opened up, and I'm outside gigging, teaching, doing whatever I'm doing. So now I don't host it monthly, but I do want to Selection pushed me to do it this month for March, and then after speaking with Honeyflow, I realized there was a lot more ideas that I had that I wanted to share, but I don't have the personal time to run them. So I appreciate Honeyflow for doing this and bringing all the women on. It's something I thought about, and I know she's great at what she does. And this, all you gotta do is put a bug in her ear, and she's gone. She's with it. So that was great. But at this point, like, it's just gonna run for Women's Month, and it's gonna run for our anniversary, which I'm hoping to kind of eventually take outside and do some type of dope festival with a bunch of women and have a great time and a vibe. And that's just where my goals are right now. I'm looking to expand my DJ career aside from my educational career. So I want to get outside gigging it like most of you, and have my own events and host different things and just be there. So
awesome. Okay, so make sure you guys are adding DJ Jen, you guys, and we are going to raid into short staff because yeah, we definitely got to raid out. And thank you guys again. I appreciate and salute you guys for coming through. It was awesome. And thank you for, just your honest feedback today as well. So make sure you guys catch their dope shows, you guys, everyone on this panel. We're going to raid into short staff right now. And thank you guys, everyone, for joining me today too in the chat. I didn't get a chance to, check the chat or check you guys, but I see you and I'll check the replay. So feel free to check the replay on DJ Honeyflow under Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. You'll find it, but you'll get the comments on Twitch. So it's up for 90 days. So definitely check it out. Now I could start seeing people. We got Tycho Bay, Brittany, Struds, Gunsman, of course, this girl Xtina, Thoroughhead, Joe SoFab, everyone coming through. Wise Up, Miss Soul. Let's see here. Who else is in the building? Is it Mar Kidsey? Or I probably said that wrong. Mar Kidsey. Sorry,
and
I can't.
And Uta K Best earlier. I heard you struggle with that. You
can't read. I know. I'm struggling with some names. Miss Elaine. Thank you guys and everyone else coming through that I missed. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Look out for International Women's Month. There's going to be more female raids and 2 more panels with close to 40 women this month, which is amazing. So thanks again, you guys, for coming through. And you could just let me know when the raid's gone through. I think it's taking.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, appreciate you, Vibes. DJ Jackie Beats, TOSHABYSTARR, LADEEGEE, and of course Jen. Okay, I think it went through.
Yeah, it did because my phone
went through.
Bye, ladies.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are treats. All right. I'm going to try to raid out again and see if this works. Sometimes it misses people. If I miss,
Send the Uber.
yeah, if it misses people, you guys just go to Short Staff New York. It's another female raid train that Selectress Mistress Kush is having. She's a dope, person from New York, a dope DJ from New York,
UK,
killing
UK.
it. Oh, sorry, isn't she
I'm
from New York?
She's
Isn't
Selectress Mistress Kush is from the UK.
No. Short Staff.
Oh, Short Staff. Oh yeah,
We're
okay.
going to Short Staff. Selectress Mistress Kush is from the UK. Okay, I think 3 is enough. If you miss the bus, then just walk there. All right. See you guys. Much love.
Bye.
Much love.
Bye.
See you guys.